What is going on, tribe? How we doing today, guys? We good? We golden? We beautiful? I hope so. I hope so. What's news? What is the happy haps today, guys? What is the happy haps? Delicious. Delicious. Hey, what's going on, Throny? How you doing today, buddy? You alright? I can see my boy Throne in the chat. Throne of the Hub variety. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I have been a busy bear. I've been a busy bear this last weekend. This whole week, in fact. And I'm so glad that we have got a bank holiday coming up now. It's going to be great. All the better for seeing me. Oh, well, thank you, Thrawny. We'll have Carth and Wolf with us shortly, I'm sure. I'm sure we will shortly have Carthrick and Wolfie. I can see Carth is already waiting inside the VC, so there is that. There is that. Just gotta wait for it all to kick up, and I'm just gonna be warming up a little bit first. Warming up, gotta limber up before a stream. I'm sure you're all aware of this. I'm sure all professional streamers here. Everybody's a critic. How was everybody's TW anyway? Ours was a bit of a cluster. Bit of a cluster bomb. It seemed to be going well at the start, and it all kind of fell apart. All kind of fell apart towards the end. But there we go. Stuff happens, guys. Stuff and things happen. We will bounce back. Harder, better, faster, stronger. All of the above. I am confident. I am confident that we shall. Hey, John. My Sunday has been very busy, but very enjoyable. How was yours? Music, how are you, buddy? Rubbish as expected. Why was your weekend rubbish there, Night Fox? What was the problem with your Sunday, buddy? This one was great, but faced more last time and had to be so it had to be better than a rubbish show. Yeah, I got you, Thorny. No TW? Weekend was fine. Oh, TW was terrible. Gotcha. One TW, but lost gag? Oh, I'm sorry, John. But hey, at least you won one of them. That's something. Weekend of football, beer, and rebirth. I assume you mean Final Fantasy VII rebirth, not like you were reborn. Quite literally reborn, right? Hey, Garth, how you doing, buddy? Fair enough, Night Fox. That makes total sense, mate. That makes total sense, mate. I was reborn. Beer is a wonderful thing. I agree. I am drinking Budweiser, which, according to the tin, is the king of beers. Therefore, I am royalty, I think. Something like that. You are what you eat, so I'm eating, technically, Budweiser. That means I'm a king.
Does it, though?
Well, that's the way I'm choosing to look at it. I think my logic is flawless.
I mean, listen, whatever keeps you happy.
And if it makes you happy, then why the hell are you so
Oh my
sad?
god, your Discord alert actually came out with the right title.
Holy mother of lords of Jod and of God. Did it really?
I mean, the Twitch one did. The YouTube one still says stateside stream.
YouTube always does that. It's stupid. Yellow Scribble, I hope you're having a good day. I am Wompratt. How you doing, buddy?
Guess I should turn on auxiliary lights.
Ooh. Getting turned on. Beautiful.
Oh, I'm so sad. I need CG to make me happy with a whale pack.
Do you need a bit of retail therapy, do you, Garth?
I need some more droid brains.
Okay, but we just did TW. You should have plenty of droid brains.
Yeah, a whole one. The thing that annoys me, though, too, is that it's still... Unless I get a pack or it shows up in my shipments, with next week's weekly refresh, I'm still going to be one short of an R9.
Oh.
So I'll be into the next set of TWs before I can even get another R9 equipped,
Yeah.
unless CG gives me a pack.
That's not ideal.
No, it's not.
Not even a little bit ideal.
Like 9 cards.
Holy mother of Lord, is that Mr. Wolfie himself?
I have 2 things
How
I want to
could you,
relic
Garth?
9. I have 2
How
things I
could
want to
you?
relic 9.
I don't even.
I don't even know you anymore.
That's what happens when you R9 Holdo and Faust on short notice.
Whose fault was
God,
that,
you really
Garth?
like hold up.
Me. It was my fault. It's paid
Yes, of
off
course
well.
Why?
but because with her cron, she's amazeballs.
Okay, but how much of a difference does it actually make from Relic 8 to Relic 9? Like,
Oh, a lot.
give it to me. Realistically speaking, how much would they be failing if they weren't failing otherwise? Like
And how much longer have you got that chron around for, Garth?
2 more seasons of Gak,
Level-
motherfucker.
level
There
with
you
me
go.
here.
I'm leveled with you. It actually,
Hey, good stuff, Womp. Sorry.
for the most part, where I'm playing, it does make a reasonable amount of difference because it makes it far more challenging for players to just naturally be able to beat her down because her health pool is like 300k, and so when she gains 100% bonus protection, like you don't kill her very fast.
Maybe you don't kill her very fast. I think you're
Just
a big
throw rocks at
dunderhead.
her and she'd-
Yeah, rocks at her.
I guess the live.
Or you could just use Bane and sap away all her max health and then not be
Yeah.
able to kill her.
I love that one too.
I brought my 7 for the Cron, but 9's a bit pricey for my blood.
I think I left mine at R5, and I was completely content with that. I have no relic data. It's confirmed. I have no relic data. I'm saving it all for Queen Amidala / Padawan. No, not Padawan. Master Qui-Gon Jinn. So
are you
speaking of which,
going
that event was
to-
refreshed.
I'm considering it. I don't know how much of a crazy bastard I want to be. Putting in an extra refresh an extra 12 day.
Yeah, I feel you, brother.
Again,
What I
I'm
might do is lock-in is Tuesday, right?
man.
Lock-in is Tuesday,
Yeah.
so I normally do roster reviews on Tuesday, so I might see if I can raise just a little bit of money to buy a little bit more crystals to try and get him unlocked before
Yeah, do it early.
lock-in. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, right? That's the thing. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
do it after. No, I'll do it tomorrow after GAC. After GAC, I'll do roster reviews. Try and raise up money to get Qui-Gon up to 7 stars. Saving it all for Merrin. Merrin's still 80 subs away. Hang on. Is she? 73 subs away. Rip. That's a lot of subs. Well, actually, it's not that many subs. But, you know, is what it is. Is what it is. Oh, dear. So you're considering it as well, you Wolfie?
I am. I don't know. I mean, it's an extra week. And basically, I have the freaking Cron. It's one of those, I guess, a sunk cost fallacy sort of thing that they're really counting on.
Yeah.
It's like I've already got far. I mean, it's like what's another 2,600 crystals? I mean, 3,900 because I'm obviously not going to.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Seven,
You'll get 5s. You'll get 5s.
it's nothing.
Yeah, I'm
Wolfie.
getting this.
Just
Yeah,
throw
so-
crystals right to the wind.
Just throw your credit card
It's-
at your phone. Just come on,
It's a consideration.
give me crystals.
Hey, I am thoroughly enjoying staring at my Relic 8 Master Qui-Gon. Okay.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Whaley Boy. God damn.
Well, I got a little carried away because CG took away my Omicron pack because I went to go buy it, but then I didn't buy it right away because I wanted to see if I got lucky with the shards first.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And then I went to go back and buy it and didn't let me buy it. And then it never showed up back in my store. But eventually it did come through as being able to buy it as a gift from one account to the other.
Oh, really?
When I was able to do it that way. But by that point, I already sunk too many crystals in, and I was like not keeping track because I was so frustrated by the fact I couldn't buy it that I was like, well, now I put way too many crystals into this,
Yeah.
but here we be. So,
This is where we found ourselves.
but I wanted to make sure I had him prior to the lock-in for next week. So,
But Bodhi, I actually really like that. CG took away my Omicron pack sounds like the starting lyrics to a bad country song. I think we could do that with Cubs gone from the content creator sphere. There are no real big parody musicians anymore because Ricky P ain't doing anymore. So we need to do.
Zephyrus is still,
Sorry,
Zephyrus is still around. Done a few songs with Mortimus. It's been a minute, but
well,
I think
maybe
you
they
should
need
take
to
it
get
back.
on it. I don't know how. What could we do? What would be the follow-on from CG took away my Omicron pack, and I look off to the sunset, and I cry.
I would need like a music. I would need the
Sure
song.
miss that making my attack.
I would need a song, and then I could backwards engineer the
Reverse engineer?
No,
you just have to do it, Karth. Where's your musical talent? Let's go.
Out
do it
the
right
window since high school.
Ah, fair enough. All right, should we tribe talks then, guys?
Yeah,
I suppose so.
Oh, hold on.
I suppose that's why we're here, really, isn't it? Yeah. God damn. Do we have to? I mean,
we
I
could just play
enjoy
Valheim.
it. We could just play
That's
Valheim
why we're
instead.
here.
Yeah.
Beyonce's country. But this ain't Texas.
This ain't
And I need
armies,
my Omicron pack.
and I'll wail 'em. Gonna throw my credit card
well,
down.
I did want to do R9 Queen because she's also the tank for the team. But
Yep.
Yeah, she just asked for the summon, so it makes
yeah. But then the annoying part too is that Qui-Gon's that rare sect of support character that gets like a massive boost going to R9.
massive boost in
There we go. Fixed it.
What's up,
Nailed
Wolfie?
it.
a massive boost in what?
Health and
These
protection.
nuts.
He gains about 9,000 in each stack. And since you have an ability that's based off of his max health,
Right.
it's not a bad way to go. Slash Padawan Obi-Wan gets the stats based off his amplifier level, so not a bad trade, but yeah, it's not. I won't be able to do it for like 2 weeks.
I think you'll survive.
I
you'll survive.
will, but I won't be happy about it.
I will survive, but I'm gonna be grumpy about it. All right, that's the way it's gonna be.
I'm like Scribe, very short on relic and everything. So my Padawan Obi-Wan is still relic 5. He will be there probably for the foreseeable future.
Mine's R5
So-
right now. Those Gungans ate all of them, man. Frickin' Gungans.
I'm only upset with the Gungans. I'm not even on them.
You'll have
That's
to
Mine
good
are
eight.
R7. I
You'll
ain't
have to
sticking to it.
do everything to R8 at some point.
Yep. But
Well, I mean, them
today
soon
is
later
not
for-
that day.
But it is not this day. This day we talk.
This day we,
Yeah.
we chat for a couple of hours. Yeah. All right.
Is
And
it-
on that
is
note,
it-
Not.
Just on a quick little clarification note, is for anybody else besides me, is Wolfie coming in a little choppy? Or is it
A little
just
bit
my-
God
choppy.
damn it
Yeah.
again.
they're a bit choppy, Wolfie.
What the fuck
if
am I
it's
set
just
to?
if it's just me, like I don't know.
No,
It
no,
fe-
it's
feels
me
like
as well.
It feels like your mic is.
I'm gonna sound differently, but yeah, for some reason Discord has not been liking the input from the voice emitter recently. I gotta see why it doesn't like that. I'm gonna go straight from the actual mic, so it does not sound as good, but it's out
It's
there.
not choppy, which is the
Alright.
most important part, I think.
Yes, it is not choppy, but I will sound very different.
You do sound different.
Anyways,
Less EQ, I guess.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Let's.
I got a
let's
minor
kick
amount of
this
things
off.
going on, but it makes a difference.
Yeah. No.
No,
it's all
my
good.
my connection, my USB-C to my computer sometimes will just get a little finicky, and if I plug it and unplug it and plug it back in, it clears out. But I did that like 4 times, and you were still coming through. I was like, I have to ask the question.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
no, better to ask before we start tribes talking.
Yes.
And when Juice says I'm scribe, yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Because fuck you. That's why.
I mean that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean,
Fuck
It-
this job.
yeah,
Alright.
it's just
you,
it's,
I'll drink to
it's
that.
just my subconscious coming out right there. That's all it is. It's just I would like to fuck. No. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wind it back.
hold
Wind
on.
it back. We're all heterosexual male friends here.
I mean,
Absolutely no undertones
Okay,
of
in a three-way.
homosexuality.
there's very little way
Manly
most
man.
of us could even follow through on it, even if we had the proper intentions. So there is a
Well,
substantial distance
we-
between.
We can
all
make
of
it a magical weekend, guys. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Ain't no mountain high enough. Sorry,
You
what's
know what
that?
they say? It ain't gay if it's a three-way. So
Yeah, they
Exactly.
just
Again,
even if
three-way.
it's three men, I'd somehow like that's
somehow
what they
that
say. So
circumvents. Yeah, yeah,
Don't question it.
circumvents the rules.
just don't question it. Yeah, just don't look each other in the eye, and then it'll be okay.
That's a good rule. of
Well,
thumb
this is a weird way to start tribe talks.
anyway. All on you, princess.
Yeah, tell me about it. So you're wondering where I got the name Princess from? Well, in all Brokeback Tribe, indeed.
Ooh. There will be some broken backs after this.
Hey, ho, ho. But not for the reasons you think. Okay, so welcome everybody to this completely awesome episode of the Tribe Talks podcast, where three gentlemen get together and talk exclusively about things Galaxy of Heroes with no other derailments or side talking whatsoever, completely planned meticulously down to the very minute details where nothing ever goes wrong. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Mr. Wolfie and Mr. Carthrick. They're wonderful. Hi guys, how are we doing?
Meowdy.
Meowdy. Was that supposed to be a meowdy or a howdy?
It was supposed to be a meowdy.
Meowdy.
Did you say meow, sir? Are you a cat, sir?
Listen here, meow.
Listen,
Hmm.
don't ask questions you don't want answers to. All right.
Good business,
fair
good
point.
business.
Fair point.
How's things, gents? How's things?
I'm just here with a firm grip.
Chilling.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. We do enjoy a firm grip. I have a very firm grip, Petunia. That's a Harry Potter quote. All right, we're getting magical in this bitch. Right away. Straight away, we're getting
Yeah.
magical.
Right. So we talk about something related to SWGoH, right? Right. That's what we do here.
We got Master Beta Qui-Gon, Master Qui-Gon Jin this week.
Yes, we did.
He's good. I enjoy it. It's nice. It's fun.
Yeah.
He is apparently hitting harder than Padawan Obi-Wan, which makes complete sense. But hey,
Yeah,
Is he?
totally.
yeah, apparently,
Allegedly.
But we don't have discipline on Padawan Obi-Wan just yet. So.
Based off of whose
Yeah.
math and where is it being applied?
Oh, just when Arnold was wailing on it and did the R5 testing, like Master Qui-Gon Jinn was doing like nearly twice as much damage per hit compared to Obi-Wan, which is kind of weird.
Huh. I didn't watch that.
Yeah, I only saw snippets of it. But like I said, with Queen Amidala in the team, he's going to get that discipline buff. Discipline buff is going to give him more hots and pots. Hots and pots translates to additional crit damage and crit chance, and he does attack under protection, which is kind of a big deal. So
It's all about that hot pot.
So
yeah,
does,
we love the hot pot.
We do
Well,
like
I mean,
hot pot. Good
Queen
stuff.
does under one very particular circumstance, but
Yes,
What?
yes. So
Queen Amidala can attack under protection too, but it's only during GAC
Oh,
and
we're
if you
talking
have
about
the
hot
Omicron.
pot. Damn it.
but
Hot
I
pot-
mean, let's
hot set
face it,
hot.
we're totally going to be throwing some ommies on Queenie. So
I mean, I feel like it would be foolish not to a degree, because yeah, it's pretty legit.
how many ommies
So
do
what
you
are you
think are
guys
throwing
thinking
on her?
for?
Oh, sorry,
Well,
Wolfie.
Well, that
that
go ahead.
I'll say that was gonna ask at the same time what the Omicron order was gonna be, because I only have a couple of Omicrons to apply on. So I was gonna say, what do we think the most important ones are on that
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Because talking to
it's so easy.
buddy of mine,
Sorry,
It is.
I say we think
I
the
interrupted.
pre-taunt the pre-taunt the summon one is gonna be the most important one. But
Yeah.
Sorry, Karth, go ahead.
No, you were 100% right. Sorry, I was just gonna say like the leadership is probably one of the easiest to skip, especially if you want to use like Luminari with the team. If you skip,
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
lead
say
army,
for the Lumina.
the Lumiami will actually fare better. Unfortunately, now that we have Master Qui-Gon's kit, is actually that ruined that even further because he does have a whole team protection up. So it now has a second source of
Yeah.
protection up, so it kind of ruins that anyways. But
Yeah.
no, Loyal Bodyguard is going to be your first one that you're going to want to apply. Then I Am the Queen, is going to be the second one you want to do, and then the leadership will be the last one you want to do, because leadership one is it's very niche. It will have
Which is funny, really, because usually with Omicrons, the leadership one is almost always the one you want. If nothing else, it's like, get the leadership. And
they did a hell of a job basically saying you'll never use Queen Amidala under JMK.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't.
I mean, that makes sense though.
You can't summon the tank if there's a Galactic Legend. Period. I mean, that's part of the base ability.
Look, man. She's a Conquest unit, and we know that GLs are not allowed to have more than one Conquest unit on their team. That's only for Lord Vader.
Hilarious to watch.
Only Lord Vader, okay?
He's allowed all of
Vader.
them.
Come on.
I would love to watch all the heads pop under the concept of QA working better under JMK than her own team.
No, it'll be funnier if
always
JMK worked better under Queen Amidala than his own team.
Except for that's the problem, is that it doesn't matter if it's in the lead or not. If there's a GL tag anywhere, she doesn't function on half of her abilities.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm with you. Would
have been funny.
It would have been funny.
It's still funny, damn it.
It just sucks.
Damn it, Karth, just laugh.
I can't use my Clone Wars Chewie
for
with Queen Amidala because she's got an anti-scoundrel tag. Poor Clone Wars Chewie, never going to find a home.
Poor Clone Wars Chewie. Well, he has a home. It's just not great. It's Turful.
Yeah, but he's still not the best.
Awful.
He's still not the best Wookiee to have there. And once the Wookiee faction cron fell off,
yeah,
you want to run with
either
want to run with Mission or Vet Han as the fifth, so you lose him anyway. So it's
just
like
kind of funny. Just kind of funny. Yeah. So I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know if I can save an Omni and I can throw that on a TW character. I've got to catch up on so many TW Omicrons that I would quite happily save an Omni, because I think I've got like, I'm maybe just shy of 3 Omnis at the moment. I think it might have 55, 56. So having one extra would be nice.
On my alt, I actually got rid of the Omicrons I had saved up for her, because I won't have Pet Master, Qui-Gon, or Padawan Obi.
Yeah.
For like another month.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, there's really no point until 5v5. And by that point, that's another month from now, roughly. And I'll have the Omicron and a half that I am short by then.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I have 36, so I'm thinking about like maybe putting one on Stap. I don't know. He's really good.
Oh, that's tempting, man. That's tempting, but I should.
Stap's Ami is so good for GAC, especially 5v5. It is such a powerhouse. And even in 3v3, it's not as great in 3v3, but depending on what they use as a counter, holy hell, like GG takes that one turn like in AoEs, and you just watch your entire team go critical. Like, oh god.
I would love to. But if I was to do that, I would have to do only the Lonely on Queen Amidala, one on Step, and then one on a TW tune, because I need to catch up. So, but I've got 55 at the moment. So what I really need is I need CG to let me rebuy the Marquee pack for Master Qui-Gon Jinn. That way I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll get 5 Omni mats, bringing me up to 3 full armies. I'll get all the shards I need to unlock Master Qui-Gon Jinn before Gak lock-in, and everybody wins. CG, let me rebuy that Marquee pack, please.
Have you
I haven't messaged Meathead yet, no.
Have you gotten this week's Galactic Legend store Omnis?
Well, I didn't have any currency, so no.
So there's 2 to pick up when
because they're going live after the end of Conquest, right?
Yeah, when the event starts, we'll have a payout. Ooh, right. So
tomorrow.
Do you have enough get 3 currency to buy the Omicron from the weekly? Because you could get your 5. You could get your 5 and have 2. It's not great, but you would have 2. I'm just saying.
That feels bad, man.
Hey,
there's a lot of resources going into like a little bit of Omicron mats.
I actually don't. I don't. But we might have our raid payout by then.
Yeah,
it'll be real tight though.
You need get 3, not Mark 3.
Not Mark 3. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm actually shy 40 get 3.
Oh no!
So I can't do it anymore.
No. You could. Technically speaking, if enough of your guildmates feel up to it and they do
God.
the special mission on phase 1, you'll get that payout on Tuesday.
We usually get quite a lot.
Before, yeah, so you'll get it. You could have it. You just need to not
Alternatively,
spend it on anything else.
I'm just gonna get really lucky on Cantina drops, and they're just gonna give me 5 tomorrow.
I'm just gonna open
There's
up the
that.
source code to
exactly.
SWGoH, and I'm gonna change it just for like.
Yeah, do you guys not do
10-minute
that?
Yeah.
You guys don't
10-minute
adjust
interval
the drop rates before
to
you start
100%
farming?
drop rate.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, 100% drop rate. I don't want to look too suspicious.
I do that all the
Oh,
time.
man.
That's how I just win. That's why when I never pre-whale on marquees. I just change the drop rate to 100%, so I sim 5 times and I get 5 shards. It's perfect.
Oh, there we go.
I thought what you did is just change the pack value till you pull one.
What, to change
Oh,
10p for a marquee pack? One
No,
crystal for a marquee pack.
No, you just change it. It's the normal marquee price, but you just change it to 100% chance that you're going to get the 330.
Oh, that works too. Yeah. That's exactly what I do. Yeah.
Done.
Mm-hmm.
I like how he can say
Oh,
this completely deadpan on here because he actually did the pack openings on stream and got like 15 5s in a row and
Dude, it was so
basically
brutal, mate.
To be good at cheating, you must
know what
suffer.
I mean?
You can't be
You know what
perfect.
I mean? There's like getting boned by RNG, and there is getting like
man.
gangbanged by RNG. Like it was pain. It was like 6 in a row, just 5 and 5 and I did the math before. I was like, oh, I need 7s and then 1 of a 10 or a 12 or whatever, and I'll actually unlock and I'll get it fine. And it was just like first one 5. I was like, damn it, 5, damn it, 5, damn it, 5. Fuck! I was like, God damn it, why? Like genuinely, the majority of my drops were 5s, which doesn't make sense. I think Meathead is angry with me and he changed my drop rates.
Yeah, sounds right.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing he would and has the capability to do. So definitely,
Yep, 100%.
Damn it!
100%. Yep.
I blame
think
Finn.
Meathead needs to apologize by sending us all like 50 shards of Master Qui-Gon Jinn.
But like right now.
Obviously now.
Yes.
Obviously.
And while he's at it, like 20 to 60 Omicron map.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll settle for 5. I'll settle for 5. If he could send me 36 Master Qui-Gon Jinn shards, just so I could take him to 7 stars, we'll call it even. And 5 Omis.
I'll settle for 15 just so I can like get into 2 stars. Get into to 7 stars on Tuesday. I'm okay with that 4-hour window. I'm okay.
But
I'll take it.
I want to R5 him now and take advantage of the rest of the marquee bonus drops.
Ooh, that's
I
true.
mean,
Actually,
it's only
that's
like,
actually a good point. These marquees, the bonus drops are. It's
I
only a couple extra mats, but it's a couple extra mats.
I'll
It's
be
a
honest
couple
with you,
extra mats, Garth.
the Relic 5 tier is actually like legit, like high value because like you're getting Zimbital cards and Electrum conductors on that tier. It's like
Exactly.
it's not great, but
It's not bad.
it's not bad.
See, this is just a perception thing. Karth is like, I just throw my credit card at it and I get mats. And we're like, it's free stuff, damn it. Let me have the free stuff.
I am struggling really hard right now for basically anything above R7.
Right, because that's all you need is anything above R7.
Yeah, but it's all I use. It's all I use consistently, except for when I'm bringing up new characters to relics.
Yeah.
I
get it, Karth. I get it.
I'm not looking forward to this new raid. I don't think I'm at enough time to be awesome.
Dude, like genuinely, I'm getting anxiety.
Yeah.
Can we have some news about the raid?
Oh my God! Yes.
Can we please know something?
Ow.
Like the format? What changes? Is it 5s? Is it 3s?
I thought you said we had
what
some
characters?
news, not that we need some news. I was like,
no, we need
Where have
some
I been?
news. Need some news. I'm still waiting for Meathead to
please.
surreptitiously slide into my DMs and said, Scribbles, we're going to give you an exclusive on the reveal of the new raid. Do you want to do it? And I'll be like, yes, please, and thank you. And everything will be great and groovy, and then I'll know which characters we need to relic. Alternatively, I'll just test on Karth's account for 17 hours with all of his Relic 7
I
stuff.
have a sneaking suspicion that that'll happen anyways. But
What? That
yeah.
Meathead's going to give me an exclusive? I don't think that's happening.
You're going to be testing on my account.
Oh, no, that's definitely happening.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, no matter what they do, I've got I'm going to have all the required characters at R7 unless CG's like, yeah, by the way, Ugnaught is going to be needed. Which
for some reason, because he's
no
he's
CR
neither,
tag.
Yeah, they're just going to give Ugnaught the Jedi tag. They were like, yeah, he was force sensitive. Didn't you guys know he was a Jedi? He just likes to wield a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not read the fan fiction of
Everyone's a Jedi,
Ugnaught
guys.
in Cloud City? He was a Jedi Master. And he fought
Look,
in the
everyone's
Clone
a Jedi,
Wars.
okay? Everyone has the Force. You should know this by now.
Everybody has the Force. So yeah. It's going to be a fun time because when we do that testing, because I can't wait to put out some content, put out some video guides, find out what works.
But you're gonna do that in like 2 weeks, anyways, because of the new
Conquest. Hell yeah! I mean, I love doing that anyway. Like Conquest videos are fun. It's you know what? It's really disheartening when there is another bold content creator that does the stuff that I do just quicker and better. I'm like, fuck you, Bit Dynasty. Why are you so good? You son of a bitch.
It's quite easy, Scribe. What you need to do is take off work.
God, it's like, it's quite easy to put out better content than you, Scribe. What you got to do is you got to get good, son.
Well, I didn't say anything about the quality of the content. I just
You
said
need to get marginally good.
you just gotta take off work right for when Conquest opens, and then like deep dive into
sense.
how you're gonna do every single feat ahead of time, because you do know the feats you're gonna have access to.
Yeah, we do. We just don't know like the actual nodes, if they're going to change
Oh,
stuff,
yeah,
or the bosses and how it's actually going to play out.
But you could theoretically create kind of that,
yeah, I could go in
shot
prepared.
of what teams you would assume that you could use. You could kind of create all that information ahead of time. We do have a few days heads up of what that's going to be, and then you could just take a day of PTO from work and then just
well,
get your
to be
content
fair,
up the door.
like for me, Conquest goes live at about 6 p.m. So technically, the first day is okay. It's just the next day, because if I'll obviously preload my energy at the end of this Conquest, just because it's a new Conquest coming, and I want to go in and smash it as far as I possibly can, so I can start making videos. I'll obviously buy the Pass Plus because I'll need the free data disk swapping. I want the extra energy. I want the faster stamina. I want all that business because that helps me make content.
What you need is just infinite vaults so that you can just buy constant stimmy packs so that you can always refresh your teams, and then just go through all the way through the 800s in the first day.
What would be really handy, and I'm just throwing this out there,
Unlimited Monday.
Just for shits and giggles, what if CG was to support their content creators and give them access to some sort of and run with me with this idea. We'll call it a test account, yeah? Okay?
Ooh.
Where I would just have a full R9 roster and infinite Conquest energy.
You
and
lost me at run with you, so
I don't run anyway. I'll drive next to you as you run.
Okay.
That's what golf carts are for.
Exactly. Mobility scooters. Yeah, no, that would be awesome, but that's obviously not going to happen. So there's that.
Not anytime soon.
No.
So I did finish my Conquest this weekend, so that felt nice.
I did too. I've been farming crons and
low-key loathe how farming the blinds in Sector 5. Because it's just no matter what I do, unless CLS is 60% stamina or lower, even with no data disc equipped, somehow I still manage to kill crew every time. Every time.
You always just do Jabba?
Yeah. Jabba on the mid-sector boss, you can get it all done in one. You just go auto basic with Jabba, and he just doesn't hurt them. And you just wait, and then you ult everybody and you win. That's good. But yes, I do understand, because I like to do it as I progress as well. But,
it just annoys me. So I did get them all this time. Actually, I'm sitting at 644 of 664 on both accounts.
I went to 630, and I stopped right there.
I have trust issues. Okay,
I know you do. Hey, do you recall this? Not this last Conquest, but Bane. The last round of Bane, there were still a couple of people that got screwed out of their red box.
Yep.
Did that ever get fixed?
Was
there
don't
ever any
know.
Recompense? Because I think it was Thrawn Hub.
Thrawn,
are you still around?
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain he got screwed over by that.
Yeah,
he did. I don't know if they ever gave him a make good.
I hope they did.
By this point, you should have him. But
of course. But
at this point, no, he said in chat.
He would have been without for like a month.
Yeah.
But they never actually got you.
Did they ever give you a make good on it, Thrawn? Or did they just say eat
You got 'em,
Sorry.
man.
eat shorts?
I'm grabbing a beer.
I should, but I can't.
Mhm.
I would have to leave.
What you
my
got going
house.
on? What's up?
I would have to leave my house.
Oh no! Oh
To
no!
go get a beer. So,
Oh, order some beer. That's what delivery is for. You live in America, damn it.
ooh, I don't want to pay for how close the grocery store is to my house. It pains me to pay a delivery fee.
Just go to the grocery store.
I would, but that's where I'd have to go to get a beer. So I'd have to
Oh,
leave.
He's saying right now.
Just order in.
That's what I
I
said.
just said I don't want to do that. It pains me to
Guys,
pay
catch
delivery
up to the
fee. for
conversation.
close it is.
How about this?
He's all caught up now. All right.
Pay the wifey to go to the beer store. Uh-huh. Beer run wifey, eh?
I think she's too tied up in her current endeavors of trying to do too many things.
Oh. You just need to pay her more than the Endeavors will pay her.
Well, these endeavors pay her nothing.
Oh.
So you would
So
think
it should be easy then, right?
you would think.
You're like, here you go, honey. Go buy yourself something pretty. While you're there, give me a 6-pack of beer. I mean, I'm failing to see the downside here. Unless
with
there's a swift kick in the nads or something. Maybe she doesn't like going to the shop to buy beer.
She went to the shop yesterday to buy groceries because we hadn't bought any in 2 weeks.
And you thought that beer doesn't count as a grocery?
I
Whose
mean,
fault is this really?
she definitely doesn't.
Those are like essentials.
It's
all
one
the
of you 5 a
alcohol.
day, I think.
Yeah,
Does
but the thing is too
Hops
is
count
like
as 5 a day? Oh.
Look, during the pandemic, when things were closed down and everything, the liquor stores were. I could still get beer during the pandemic. All right,
Yeah, but
it's
I would
essential.
I would
It
just
is
rather
essential.
I would just rather drink liquor instead of beer.
Oh, that's an
Well,
option.
get some frickin' liquor then.
We didn't know that was an option.
Like,
Jeez.
Karth is just making up problems where there aren't any.
He's sitting here
Like,
saying,
come
"Oh,
on,
I don't have any beer. I don't have any beer." And I got like 8 bottles of whiskey.
I have oh yeah, empties.
Oh.
You have
I gotta
empty
keep-
bottles of liquor?
Yeah, I've got to keep track of what I like, so that way when I eventually go to make my,
You're like,
shelf,
oh yeah, that was a
I
good
know
night.
what to get. Oh yeah. No, those. That's how I bought a new computer.
Because you
Mm.
spilt stuff all over it. Hey, Desi, thank you for gifting a sub over to Fort Mort.
Yeah,
What a
because
legend.
I got super hammered and spilt coffee into my old computer.
These things
And
happen.
then
I
I bought a new
mean-
computer. So I
What you
don't
gonna
know
do?
if that was my subconscious taking the wheel and
Yeah.
getting me what I really wanted for Christmas, or
Which was like
A
a
poor
$5,000
decision.
PC.
yeah, like 3.5. But
Oh,
yeah,
3.5. Oh, so I was overestimating. I was like, Karth likes to wail on stuff. I assume he likes to wail on PC. Not that a $3,500 PC is not wailing on a PC. Let's be clear.
yeah.
That's wailing
I
on a
didn't-
PC.
I
did not
didn't
spend
buy
nearly that much on my
top
PC.
of the line, but I got pretty close.
Yeah.
But I was also under the guise that I could salvage parts of my PC. No, I fried the whole thing. Every component
no.
is unfunctional. Could not
Um,
get the hard drives
just-
back. The
Real quick, let me interrupt. Music. If you're thinking about doing a bit clip, they don't work during tribe talks, dude. So save your biddies. Save your biddies as much as I appreciate it. Save your biddies because they won't come up. So yes, continue, Karth. Apologies.
I mean, no, we're good. We should like dive this back into like actual swagger.
Hell no, this is top
What?
tier tribe talks
SWGoH?
swagger content right now.
What SWGoH? What's that?
It's look,
Wait,
guys.
are we
There is a
talking about
PC
something?
client for Galaxy of Heroes. We are talking about being able to play that PC client on PCs, in which Karth needs to spend an extortionate amount of money building a PC. Okay, this is
relevant.
logic. It's relevant.
It's relevant.
I really need to figure out how to
It's
get
on
a
topic.
separate instance of the EA app so I can run
Yeah.
both accounts at the same time. Because I tell you what, man, you go play the PC account and then you hop back to
Oh
BlueStack,
god,
and you're just like,
it's like going to play a Sega Mega Drive after playing a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah,
what the hell is this shit?
it is.
I
Not,
can't
it is-
read that.
It is not great. That is a fact.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I am a little. I want to figure it out, but I don't.
There'll be solutions. There'll be
Yeah.
solutions.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing actually I like the most about the PC app is how well it ties in with the keyboard combinings. Like even on BlueStacks, it doesn't always work really well, and it's not quite as responsive. Oh my god, raiding with QWE is fantastic.
There's 3 abilities, but
I'm guessing they're just your basic, your first special, your second special.
Easy
and
money.
then you have to ult every once in a while for Leia, but
Yeah.
otherwise you're just
So what you're telling me is
QE.
I was gonna say that's your Imperial Troopers evasion team. You're just like QE.
That's all my teams. All my teams are that way, except for the ones that don't have 3 abilities, and then the evasions on W.
Yeah.
Then messes with my muscle memory a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, pay attention a little bit, but it's so much easier than going back and forth with the mouse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it worked out really well. I like doing it on my main account. I'm able to do the entire raid within like 20 minutes, and most that's just because it's much faster.
Yeah. One pro is saying you can do it by running virtual machines. So virtual machine is
that's what you need to do.
Completely separate desktop. So it might. I don't know how tricky that might be if you were trying to do that off a PC whilst also streaming, because that's going to be taking up more processing power. But that's obviously. Karth doesn't stream yet. He's been building up to it for the last 6 to 18 months, but he's not quite there yet.
One of these years.
One of these. Any decade.
Now. I need to just get out of my head on like it needing to be like really cool and professional. I think that's my,
it won't be. It never will be. Don't worry.
Yeah, I just like I know what like good quality looks like, you know,
or something.
When I look at some of the people out there, but my brain gets so caught up on like I won't be good, I won't get anybody to follow me, and then I go.
Oh, you'll be fine, Karth. Don't worry.
Oh, I
you
know
don't have the personality of a potato, so you'll be right. Okay.
And I can talk endlessly by myself.
Exactly. You don't even need chat there to just start reeling off stream of consciousness to nobody.
I can just do it. I do it on my own, talking about my SWGoH accounts.
And then you know your wife will ask, "Oh, how was your stream today?" And you're like, "It was really good." And you look back at the concurrent viewership, and you'll be like, 1 viewer, and it was like a Twitch bot or something. But you spoke constantly for 2.5 hours. You're like, I thought it was a good stream. I tell you what, that is hard. Like Wolfie will know. It's like when you first start out and nobody is watching your streams, and even if you do get 2 or 3 viewers in and nobody's talking, it is hard to carry a stream for a couple of hours when there's just nothing going on. You're just like, all right.
See, that's where you got to get way better at bullshitting.
I mean, you know, I can have a conversation with myself, but you just don't want to. You just don't want to.
That's somewhat fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Karth may not have that problem though, because I actually the first couple of times that I streamed, I legitimately started streaming because I was bullied into it. So like Eduardo got me 50 followers and like got enough people to like go and just get me to that level and whatnot. I agreed to, if you get me to 50, I'll stream my JML unlock sort of thing, and they just got sort of bullied into keeping on streaming after that. But I had a few people who were chatting because they had got like bullied me into streaming and whatnot. So if we actually bully Karth into streaming, he may get a couple of viewers for those first couple of streams. So he may get the bonus.
I like it.
Look, Karth already is known within the community anyway, because he's like an STD. It just sort of like it gets sexually transferred from one piece of content to another, and he turns up everywhere.
I mean, it'd be way better if that was remotely true.
I mean, it is true though.
It is true, but just not the sexually part.
Oh, sorry.
That would be far more interesting.
Sorry, did I say sexually? I meant socially transmitted disease.
There you go.
So, you know, he's already known. So he's like, if Karth will say, I'm going to start streaming, there'll be like a bunch of people are like, oh my God, that's the Karth guy. He's famous from that Tribe Talks podcast. Let's go watch him.
There we go.
Now, I got called famous the other day, and I was like, shucks. I'm famous to like 13,000 people on YouTube. Yes.
Yay.
I count as fame.
There will come a day where someone will see you in public and be excited about it.
Yeah, and they'll say, wow, you really are bald. I'm like, oh shit, dude. It's not a skit. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
nope,
my streams will drop off and Karth will pick up. Yes, Karth will just start stream sniping me the whole frickin' time, steal all my audience.
The only time that would even remotely come into play would be like your Friday night gags, because there's no like you go live during literally my lunch break.
Yeah,
like, there's not a snowball's chance in hell I could stream during work.
Nailed it.
That would be such a foolish thing to do for me. I'd get in trouble so fast.
Yeah.
You're
Let me
fine.
put video evidence of me not going to work. Perfect.
Hey, it's okay. You're the boss, aren't you? You just be
I
like,
mean, I am in technicality, yes, but also I do have a boss. So,
isn't that your dad though?
yeah, which the odds of him finding me on Twitch are low, but the odds
He
of
doesn't know how to use the internet. Come on.
You say that. He's in the midst of ordering a bride, so here we be.
You can do this in the
Thai
mail, right?
or
I don't know.
Close.
Russian?
Close.
Yeah,
Asian. Chinese, actually.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, and we're not talking about a meal here. He's not ordering a Chinese. He's ordering.
No.
All right. Okay. Good.
Well, he's on an international dating website, and the girl he happened to be talking to is Chinese.
She needs a green card. I get it.
I mean, I'm not here to argue with him. He's been.
I've been speaking to my brother, and he's been intimating something along the same lines. Like, you know what? Dating sucks. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time.
Yeah. Well, he's been widowed for 6 years, so it's kind of the point where it's like, some form of companionship is probably better than staying at home with my brother.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he loves his brother, but sometimes you need companionship of the other persuasion, as it were. So, any of us who are married have a boss. I mean, I'm not married, but I have a boss. She's Mrs. Scribble. I call her Mrs. Scribble, but she's not actually Mrs. Scribble. And she's certainly a boss of the house.
At the drop of a dime.
So this Tribe Talks has been interesting. That's for sure. That's for sure.
So
we've gone through
we were talking about Queen Amidala and where we thought she would go, and the team comp that we would be using with her.
Are you sure we were talking about that?
Were we? We were prior to getting derailed.
I think we were trying to get to that point.
None of that sounds familiar. We could.
It's not scratching an itch in my brain. I don't recall ever talking about this sort of nonsense. No, but we could certainly theorize. I think, and call me crazy, I think she's going to work with Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon Jinn.
Whoa, Scribe, you're talking crazy over here. And again,
let me reel that all the way back. All right,
and
I take it all
I gotta
back.
love my theory. I gotta love my theory over here that CG is listening to us, everyone who hates 3v3. They're giving us 3v3 teams and saying, all right, you assholes figure out the 5v5 team. They gave us Queen Amidala with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. That's our 3v3 team. And then 5v5 is up to us.
They did that 2 years ago.
Padme. I think they're listening to us. They're doing it a lot more now. I think they're listening to us. Except the Gungans. The Gungans are an outlier, but I think they're listening to us.
I'm seeing a theme. Is it female leaderships that they just ask you to find the final two? Leia, Afra, Queen Amidala,
Bo-Katan,
Sia, Bo-Katan. What the fuck, CG? You're sexist. You don't like giving women a full team? Let's be socially justice warrior people and be outraged at this frankly ridiculous state of affairs.
This non-issue, yes.
Right now,
Rebel.
You want me to give a care farther than faking it on this Tribe Talks?
That's about as far as I can take that skit. I'm sorry.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it is a coincidence, though.
It is an interesting one. Well, it's just where the design space for all the characters were, but it's funny how all those teams still need a dedicated tank.
Everybody
except for Bo. Except for Bo.
Queen Amidala doesn't need a dedicated tank.
It's true.
She brings a spare. Yeah. She and it still baffles my mind. I still feel it's backwards. Because Queen Amidala starts, right? She starts and there's no tank, and then she fucking zip lines out of there and she spawns a decoy, right? And you're like,
I mean, unless you're
hold
Yak, then it's already there. But yeah.
Shouldn't it be the other way around where it's like, oh, there's the queen, decoy, hang on, which one's the queen? No, it's like, oh, yes, there she is. Oh no, there she is. That's the
Well, the funny
decoy.
part is
Fucking
also
when
what
they did
Sorry, go
the just the funny way that they did the artwork for it, because Queen Amidala, it looks like a handmaiden. The handmaiden looks like the queen.
yeah.
Just like,
It's a good decoy then.
all right, well, hold on. Can we? What if we like, we were the queen and we summoned a handmaiden, but it's just like, but no. I'm like, okay.
And she
whatever.
zip lines
Mhm.
out of there, and then summons the decoy over there, and then drops back into exactly the same spot she zipped out
It's
of.
like
I'm
the
gonna get
worst-
Adam back.
She did a
The
costume
worst
change.
fucking decoy ever, if you ask
And then
me.
the
I
decoy's
would
over
love to
there.
see a costume change. That would have been hilarious. She starts
Drops back
out looking
in.
like Queen Amidala, like the actual
Look
queen
over
get
there.
up.
Yeah.
Does a zip line, comes back as the handmaiden,
See,
the queen
that
summons.
makes more sense. That makes more sense to me. You know what I
That-
mean? It should be the queen should be
right.
there, and like that is the decoy. You can't give someone a decoy afterwards. That doesn't work.
That's not how that works.
It's
That's
not
not how
a
any of
decoy
this
works.
works.
No, exactly. Just ask Han Solo. He knows. I mean, it's just kind of crazy to me. I'm not
Yeah.
actually that mad about it, but it's just one of those things that I'm like, hang on,
So filthy.
hold up. I feel like we should have just got an additional unit, which was the decoy, and that way we
mean,
wouldn't have this issue.
It's nice to have that like 3v3 advantage with the
Yeah.
Oh,
with
I
the,
like the summoned units, yeah.
plus the summoned unit there. And then
But
it
you could have
fills the-
easily have just had a summoned unit of, it's a Naboo guard or Captain Panaka.
all the Captain Panaka fans are like, he's gonna be the next Conquest unit. I'm like, no,
No.
they're not gonna give us anything
it's
else.
clearly going to be
No.
Captain Typho.
I mean, it'll be neither. I think they are 100% not going to give us anything with those. With
You
the
think
rest of them.
100% it's going to be a new ship?
I mean, we got to do something that pivots towards either the next GL or capital ship.
Yeah.
And so we could definitely do the GL first and then do the capital ship later this year. But
That's a tough one because they have to do like both of them very soon. If they're doing that, you have 3 months for the Conquest.
Yeah.
So it would start in 2 weeks from now.
starts
That's
in
what,
June, so
middle
you have
of
June, July, August, and then you have September, October, November.
We would
So, I
just
mean,
need
that's-
2 galactic chases during that time. And then we've got
Yeah.
3 ships. And then they just throw in some other random crap. And we've got new capital ship, new fleet.
They could
gonna be
easily
kinda
drop
rushed to do-
in November, December. If they
If they
really
do a
wanted.
ship and a GL, it'd be kind of rushed in there.
I can't say. How do they do it? Well, I mean, they could, I suppose. We could have 2. We could have this Conquest as a new ship. We could have 2 galactic chases across the 3-month period. During that time, we'll get like 14 new marquees. No, we'll get like 4 new marquees, and that will be for the new GL. And then your crystals will cry because you'll have to farm up a new capital ship and a new GL in the next 6 months.
Oh yeah, well that's
GG.
what they're really great at right now. It's
And
just,
don't forget
just
about the
brand-
December Legendary as well.
well, that's how. See, that's the thing is Bo-Katan wasn't until no, she actually
She was
really-
December.
literally the tail end of December,
Yep.
and then
She
came back
shouldn't
2
have
weeks
been,
later.
but she was.
Yeah,
I-
her
I
second.
genuinely feel like that was CG's officer saying, "We said we would have a new legendary in December. Damn it! It's got to release now." What do you mean none of the characters? 2 of the characters aren't farmable. I don't give a shit. Release the
Release the pack,
legendary.
damn it.
Well, yeah, but they did the same thing with Jar Jar. I wonder what they're trying to information they're trying to figure out is like where players are going to push for.
Mhm.
Because
Desi.
honestly, I have no idea like where the money said that was going to be worth it, because it's like you got literally as many unlocked as people who were already going to whale on the event.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you didn't make any more money per se because the character is essentially free when the event goes out, right? So if they
didn't have this new structure, I would not have whaled on Gungans. Let's be
neither.
very clear there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have.
Literally no way that I would have Jar Jar right now if it were not for this new marquee
And
structure.
I also
100%.
wouldn't have. I
Just
also
flat out.
wouldn't have wailed on Padawan Obi-Wan or Master Qui-Gon. Nope.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, maybe. Maybe.
wouldn't. It's
But Gungans,
too-
100% no way.
It's too rich for my taste.
Well, I mean, because even to go to 5 stars on the marquee is still $100. It's like the difference that honestly you're looking at is your investment is like $40 more to go to with the current marquee event style
Mm.
to get the 7-star unlock than it is to just do like the original 5-star unlock. But
Right.
so it's better, but it's still, to 7-star marquee day 1 is still expensive as hell.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have. It's like $350 or so, isn't it, to get a
It's
7-star day one?
usually it's around 300. You'll
Okay.
Yeah.
if you've
That's
had
still a lot.
terrible RNG. So if you bought, so what I say about it's like the aggregate. If you bought the pack,
Mhm.
and unless you had like absolutely crappy RNG, usually you wind up somewhere in the middle of that third vault to get 7 stars day 1.
Yeah, 330 then, roughly.
So yeah, roughly it should be about the max you should be spending. If you're spending more than that, you are needing to spend on gear, which that's usually the part that catches a lot of people off guard on the way up. Is
Yeah.
that like the younger
That's
accounts, they go, oh well, I need to get this character to Relic 5 to do the last tier of the event, so let me just go get the gear, and then they'll spend another vault on gear, getting their Kairos and the Gear 12 plus pieces sorted out, and their relic materials and all that kind of stuff. So it's just
on these new special marquee types, I tend to do one vault and I'll do the $30 pack, and that's usually enough. It wasn't enough for Master Qui-Gon because I got dicked so heavily with the 5s. If just a couple of them had been 7s, I could have saved myself $30 basically. But is what it is. Shit happens. So I for me, my tolerance for spending is probably around there, like maybe $150 max. I'm not going to start spending twice that. That's just like, and because it's like, because the way it works, it's like, unless I'm getting it to 7 stars, I'm not going to whale at all. So it's not like they might get the $30 pack because the armies are quite nice. And it's a couple of shards. They get 30 shards, whatever. So they might get that in the future, but there's no way I'm going to be whaling on a non-special marquee. It just costs too much money.
And I will also say, like, a really big incentive for this one was also because the Gungans are raid characters, and because Queen Amidala, the Conquest character, was coming out, and we've already got her coming out over there, and will also be the raid characters, and that's like your gear investment, your gear income, all that stuff, all your raid tokens for the next 9 months, 10 months, or however long that's going to be. For there, it sort of makes sense. So
100%. That's where the incentive came for a lot of players. Was just like, I need to do this more than I wanted to do this, because you didn't really have a backup plan with how things were set up. They're just like, oh, by the way, just eat it in the shorts. You're like, oh, I don't want to. They're like, yeah, we don't care.
Yeah, we don't care.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Good to know.
Fancy that.
Good to know.
See how that worked out. Yeah.
So there was a lot of factors for these marquees for sure. And as I have said before, Qui-Gon is Qui-Gon's. We're gonna say he's my favorite Jedi in the lore.
Let Qui-Gon's be Qui-Gon's.
Yes, let's let Qui-Gon's be Qui-Gon's. So yeah, I was going to whale on Qui-Gon regardless.
Which is fair. I mean, there's always going to be that element of it, right? Like, this is your favorite character. Oh, maybe I'll just whale on this because it's my favorite character. For Karth, that's like every other character that comes out. It's like, this is my favorite. R9 him.
Don't get that carried away. The for the large majority of the characters that I do, it's a 5-star day 1 just to get through the Omicrons, and then it's you'll do usually shipment farm. I don't really ever hard farm.
Shipment farming I'm okay with. That's I don't even see that as whaling, because I never buy crystals to shipment farm. I just generate crystals through daily income. And just I'm okay with
crystals,
just get crystals through credit card fraud mostly. I'm joking, guys. I don't actually credit card fraud. No, I just perform sexual favors for me. No, that's not true either. No, I just stop refreshing certain things. I scale it back to only refreshing Cantina energy, maybe mod energy as well, because mods are life, And then you can build up a decent amount of crystals to still get at least like the character to 6 stars through shipments. And then you just need to slow farm that last star, and that's not too bad then.
I am so short on mods, man. I gotta
Yeah.
farm mods a lot harder. With all these new unlocks over here, I'm sitting there like, okay, I got something for the Gungans, right? I can put something on these guys. They all need I mean, they at least took like protection primaries, but like all the Amidala ones need health primaries, and so many health characters recently. It's been tough keeping up with all that stuff.
Well, that and there's that was the one thing I did like a lot about the Seer team when they created that, was like going the opposite direction of needing
Speed.
The speed.
Yeah,
and it's like Queen Amidala still wants to be fast. Qui-Gon wants to be fast. You know, Obi-Wan wants to still be decently quick. He doesn't need to be like stupid fast.
Offense set, but still relatively quick. Yeah.
Their base speeds are decent. I will say that. Like they're not crawling here. It's not like they made Obi-Wan like a 120 base speed character. I think he's at like 171, something like that. Like he's actually pretty decently fast. Yeah. So he's not, flying, but
no, it's not impossible to get them to a good position for
300 is manageable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
But it's still one of those things where it's like, depending on where you're at, you still need to push for those decently quick mod sets on these characters, because that's kind of going to be how you make Queen Amidala annoying, is by making her constantly spam those hots and pots to then literally just go, all right, well, I took 12 turns. I now have all my health protection back. Good luck.
Mm-hmm. And to answer Melkasel's question within the chat, no, I won't do my 50 crystal refreshes on normal and ship energy. I won't. I'll skip them. Honestly, to me, I don't need to. Like, I'm not farming anything for shards.
You usually get enough throughout a day to hit your tickets with a little bit of a problem.
Well, no, I'm still refreshing Cantina energy 3 times a day. So,
but
the energy refreshes is enough.
You need at least one normal refresh if you want to do all in one go. Otherwise, you need to wait for all 3 normal energy boosts, and then that'll fill out the void. But
let's face it, we're all addicted to this game and live on the game. So
hey, I
don't miss an energy refresh.
I don't like the fact that I put myself in a position to where I have to do the 200, at least one of them on Cantina, to hit my ticket requirements.
Right. Hoarding the energy for the GL.
Yeah.
Yep. So I don't bother with the 50. I mean, the 50s are good for farming Kyrotech, for farming Gear 12 plus pieces and ship and stuff like that. But I feel like I don't actually need it. Like right now, I've got 1,000 shock prods, nearly 700 computers. Sure, like a lot of that will get eaten up by Queen Amidala, and some of it will get eaten up by Qui-Gon Jinn, because I've already got him to Gear 11, so he'll take another 100. But I'll still be fine after gearing those guys up to Relic 5, 7, 8, 9, wherever I take them to. And by the time I'm working on whatever I'm gearing next, I'll have all the Kyrotech I need. I'll have all the Gear 12 I need. So I don't feel like I need to do that. I don't need to spend an extra 300 crystals a day. I can instead use that 300 crystals a day to build up daily. And then, maybe a capital ship comes out and boo, I have 20,000 crystals already. And I'm like, okay, great. Now I can get this to 7-star day one. Obviously, you need 25,000, 26,000. But do you know what I mean? It helps buffer. So I feel like I'm okay with it.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I like it. And yeah, I get it. You can get additional bronzium wirings and stuff like that. But I would argue that you're almost just as good spending the 500 crystals on the refresh to buy the bronzium wirings at the end of GAC. Once a month, that comes around. Get yourself 600-700 bronzium wirings. And
those are good packs, yeah. Definitely going to do it. Look out for those when they come around. See, I'm still short on fucking Kairos. I've been like, how many characters have been gearing up and whatnot recently? So I need to get a couple more Kairos to be good for Queen Amidala and Master Qui-Gon. So hitting that Kyro node very hard, and I may need to buy a couple, but it hurts, man. It feels bad.
Yeah.
I
get it. There's nothing wrong with doing it. I like to slowly build up, and at the moment I've also been wailing on these marquees. So having 15, 16, like when Padawan Obi-Wan came out, I had 20k crystals. So I was like, okay, like these all go on Padawan Obi-Wan. and they did, and it was good.
Yeah, I've mostly gotten through my stash of the Cairo, so I gotta start building up a little bit again. But
Yeah,
hopefully,
that's fair.
once these guys are done, because I got Gungans done, I got these guys done. That's pretty much all the big Cairo farms that I have right now. So we'll have, ostensibly at least a few months or a little bit of time to get to go and build up some Cairo stash again. So
You say all that until they drop the raid requirements, and they're all characters you don't have at relics yet.
I mean, how many am I really missing here? Let me.
I don't
see.
know. My assumption is we're going to need 5 teams.
Yeah.
But we have only we have 4 factions, but in 5 teams. So we have Jedi, Galactic Republic, Separatist, and Gungans.
Yep.
I have 20 characters not relic, including Qui-Gon and Queen Amidala.
Oh, I've got much more than that.
So I'm missing like the Jawas. I'm missing, say, Magma Troopers gear 12. IG-86 is shit gear. The only Galactic Republic that I'm missing are Jedi Knight Guardian, Eth Koth, and I'm a Gundai, who is my next sub goal. But anyways,
I love it. Mine's
aside
Mary.
from that, you have much better sub goals than me. God damn it.
Well, I mean, yeah, sometimes I get nice ones, but I had my fair share of trashy ones that turned out rather well. You know, the Gar Saxon and the entire Phoenix faction, basically.
This is true. Yes. So I only have two Galactic Republic that aren't relic right now, and then Poggle's my only Separatist that's not relic. So
yeah, I would be surprised if they chose any Geonosians to be a part of that team.
Yeah, no.
But the assumption is that we're going to go back to 5v5, and there should be 5 teams in total that we'll use.
Yeah,
ever since we saw the Gungans teams that we can submit a score with. I have a feeling, I almost have a feeling that CG will be nasty, and it'll be 5 teams. But you need to submit 6 scores because we want you to invest more. You know, it'll be like investment creep and time creep.
You think there'll be investment creep? Because I was assuming they'd go back to 5 teams, 5 5-man teams and 5 runs. But that'd be interesting if they started requiring a little more.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see some sort of investment creep. Yeah. Because ultimately, I don't think that our roster selection is growing as quickly as the raids can accommodate. So,
I don't know about that. I mean,
you don't.
Every raid has had a whole slew of brand new characters. I mean, this
one we're getting 6, right?
No.
Oh, no.
Getting 9.
9. Yeah, okay.
We're assuming stat, of course, but
of course. It would be sensible to assume stat.
The last 2 raids have had roughly 30 characters assigned to it. So
what I'm saying is still making sense.
Well, that would mean that you'd have to
less than a third of the characters available in the raid are new. Right? Less than a third. So if they're releasing 1 a year, eventually it's going to get to a point where
you're going to overlap.
You're going to overlap too much. That's why I'm thinking that they have to have some kind of. I don't want them to. Let's make that clear. I don't want it to have any sort of investment creep, but I feel like it will over time. Whether it be this one or the next one or whatever. But
yeah, it's possible. I don't know if they would necessarily want to do that because I think the investment at the top end is already pretty atrocious for all those R8s,
especially as soon as the rewards are static. The rewards are static. We're not getting any more. It's not like, in fact, there is a lag period where you'll actually be earning less than you were, because it's not like we're going to go into this new one and there's going to be a bunch of people hitting the same box as they were previously.
Especially if CG does decide to release the raid prior to Jar Jar's return, because then that'll definitely be the case for like every top end guild that did not get 50 Jar Jars day 1.
It definitely does feel like Jar Jar's coming back next month.
I would agree with you with the packs, but there is nothing data mined in the events that the event's returning, and we don't have an update until after those packs come into the game. So it's potentially that they come in 2 weeks, and they bring it in the weekend after. But it's just weird that we get packs starting Monday of not this next week, not Memorial Day,
6th, isn't it, or something?
The 3rd of June, I believe.
Oh, 3rd. Oh, it's I'm getting mixed up. It's
because it's America.
American dates.
We put dates differently just to screw with them.
You do weird fucking date order. You go month, day, year. What the fuck? Like why is it not like year, month, day, or day, month, year? Why is it
well, that's exactly
year?
how CG has it though. They have it they have it as year, month, day.
They're weird.
Anyways,
it's backwards.
They have the packs coming in on the 3rd, but we have nothing queued up, because that's how we know about the bow event every time it comes back around, is it's queued up with the previous update, and we don't have an update until after that.
How soon, ahead of the event, the first time Bo came back, how soon of event did we actually get the data mine over there?
When they updated it,
right? So we wouldn't actually see that for a little bit, like you were saying.
That's what I'm saying is that when they pushed the update for the game to load the new Galactic challenges and the new packs for the store, that's when we found out about when the bow event would be returning, because it comes up in the code.
Right, so we wouldn't see it for a little bit.
We wouldn't see this one if they were going to bring Jar Jar back until after the packs are released.
But that's okay.
Yeah,
so we've got time.
It's a potential that it could still happen, but
we're just reading the tea leaves and hoping,
because they typically don't.
It just seems weird to me.
The event being around.
It just that's the point, right? It just seems weird to me to have whale packs and not have the event show up.
That's what everyone's really assuming. That's the same logic. It's
it's
they're bringing this back. It's got to be for a reason.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's I wouldn't be wildly upset if this is the route they take.
I wouldn't be upset at all. It doesn't bother me.
We stick to our guns. We're never going to give them Jar Jar until 3 months. I'm well, that sounds really.
We did ask them during the Jar Jar kit reveal, and made a very big point of why we want to know, hey, is this actually a thing with the raid thing and all this sort of stuff coming out? Is there any way you would consider doing it similar to Bo? And Meathead didn't say no. He said he would talk to somebody, see what he can do or whatever.
Yeah, the answer he was provided was that it was estimated to return every 90 days.
Yeah, he said that's what it was estimated to return. And then we made the point, hey, is it possible to have it come back with the Bo event? And he said, let me talk to them and see what happens. I'm not saying it's definitely happening. I'm saying there's a chance.
Knowing maybe CG, they aren't going to tell us.
Communicated to them.
They aren't going to tell us until after it happens.
Maybe communication with Meathead and bringing it over there actually brought something. We're hoping that they actually listen to us every once in a while. So would be nice to see something come of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
all good.
Yeah. Sorry.
Can get bent. I do not want to do 8 runs of 5v5.
I genuinely don't want to do that.
Unless
they are raids to take more time.
Unless the runs are equally as fast as the speeder bike pursuit raid, which I will heavily doubt. No, thank you. Thank you.
I mean, they would have to make the raid just really fun to play if they want it to take that much time.
Gonna be.
Yeah, I'd like to actually enjoy it.
Gonna be
speeder bike raid's crap.
Yeah, the speeder bike raid is dull. It's it could be worse. I genuinely still prefer it over crate. I know we differ on this, Wolfie. I prefer it over crate because I don't have to think about it. I'm just
we were just in different situations for mostly, but
No, exactly.
No.
And I
Scribe
still
would have
Tuskens.
enjoyed crate more if he had Tuskens. It's just a fact.
Yeah, but I don't have Tuskens.
Those who had R7
I'm still
Tuskens
waiting on that Tusken Lightspeed bundle.
Tuskens were a lot of fun in the crate. That was good stuff.
Yeah. I'd still actually one of the very few characters in my roster that isn't 7 stars is Tusken Warrior. He's 15 out of 30, baby. He's a cantina farmer. I'm not giving up on my signal data.
If you're not going for Tuskens anyways, and you're not going to invest gear in them, then don't.
Yeah, exactly.
When you get a chance, maybe at some point down the line, but yeah, that doesn't make sense to.
Eventually. I mean, let me see what type of energy. What?
No. Now
he's
now
an 8 energy. He'd be really quick.
What I'm hearing outright right now is that Scribe wants Tusken Warrior to be his next.
No, I don't.
Oh my god.
Please, guys.
It'd be good.
Please. Make it DACA instead, so at least I can pair it with the Marin.
No, we've
DACA.
already,
Nice.
you got lucky with the
With Marin?
with the light speed bundle pack.
I did. I lucked
Yeah.
out so hard.
So we're no longer going to give you any more Night Sisters.
Maybe this is a thing. Maybe I just I luck out on Lightspeed bundles. Like, or no, I luck out on Relic 9 stream goals because they've almost always paid off. We had Gar Saxon, that paid off with the ISC rework. We had 4 Phoenix characters, that paid off thanks to trusty C-Rex. We had Merrin, Merrin is freaking awesome. Wampa is awesome anyway. I don't think I've had any of my sub goals that didn't pay out. It's kind of serendipitous.
Well, we'll just make you do Tuscans, and then everyone will get to use Tuscans again for something.
And there'll be a Tuscan Lightspeed bundle that comes out, and I'll be like, but it won't include like Chieftain, so I'll just get I'd still pay $15 for that, I think. Maybe. Yeah, probably.
Are any of your Tuscans at relics? Well, two of them have to be.
Jabber and
Lord Vader.
Lord Vader have Aurora and Raider, don't they?
Yeah.
I still don't have Omis on any of them. So. Oh yeah, they were You're right. Actually, I did have to do Omega. She didn't really pan out. But at least.
Oh, whoa!
What do you mean, whoa?
Talking shit about my girl Omega.
She's trash.
She's fantastic. You just didn't have her at relics prior to this, and then unfortunately, Bad Batch have been Datacroned out of being usable for the last couple of months.
They have a tech cron right now.
Yeah, think of how nasty Bad Batch is going to get when they can just ignore 75% of incoming damage.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Watch
I still
Bad
haven't
Batch
rolled that.
take down Ray.
I have about 4 Lumicrons right now.
If you just re-rolled,
we'd have to win some frickin' TWs for that to happen.
No, you don't.
God damn it!
You don't have to do that. You can just
gotta
buy
whip
packs.
out the credit card. Yeah, just whip out the old Carthex Express. Yeah. Yeah, maybe one day. I don't want to put the Omi on her, but I want to get I still have 2 Bad Batch, 3 Bad Batch, 3 Bad Batch at Relic 5. So I really want to take them to R7 just so I could start using them on Zepho. Because I could just go full Bad Batch then on Zepho, and I'm sure
you still need cracks.
Oh, you have to take cracks
without the
Omi.
No, it's something in his unique. I want to say
health equalization.
Yeah, it gives you way more survivability for the clones, and so that ends up being
nabbit. I want to be
much nicer.
Just
you
clones.
Can get without it, but it's just not
reliable.
It's just not as reliable as Captain Rex. But I mean, if you're doing Zepho on phase 3 instead of phase 5 or 4 or wherever else in between that you're doing it,
you'll learn soon enough, won't you, Carth?
Typically, I wasn't recruited for my CM potential.
No, you were recruited for your operations potential.
Yeah,
I'm grabbing a beer, and
yeah,
I'll go to the little boy's room. Be right back.
Oh,
good baby.
And I'll be damned if I'm not even gonna say that.
And he didn't hear that.
No, it's a bit from
No, and he didn't hear that.
Oh, I know, but I'm not. I just wasn't gonna finish the sentence.
Jeez. I watched him again a long fucking time. It has been a long goddamn time.
Comes back in reels all the time. It's I get the people dubbing over lines from Family Guy.
Indeed. All right, where the hell were we at? I ran also to take a leak and missed all the conversation.
Oh, so that's what happens when I don't pay attention to the Discord call because I do not look at the camera, so I don't even notice when anyone leaves. And like I said, I can sit here and talk by myself forever and always. I don't know. We were talking something about Datacrons and needing reroll materials and Scribe not wailing hard enough to get reroll materials.
He's got to wail harder, damn it. I mean, realistically, I
Exactly.
mean, those are one of the things where, like, if you're trying to build up a crystal supply, you can't be rolling, buying all those, like, it's what, 600 crystals for a pack of
Well,
those things.
so that's why you buy, like, so right now they have the pack that is the $9.99 pack, but it gets you a guaranteed 20 of the Mark III, 10 of the Mark II, and 15 of the Mark I. But it's guaranteed rolls. So the value is still better than buying the Mark IIIs individually, but you have the chance to roll, much higher. So there tends to be a better value associated with that pack than there is just buying out of the shipment store. But
all I'm getting
that
at is if you're hoarding crystals, then you're not spending crystals over there. You can't.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
That's one or the other.
But if you're having a bad streak of luck on TW and you need certain Datacrons for your TWs, then it's I'm just saying that's the better streak of TW. That's the better value to put it towards. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's worth doing. I'm saying it's just better than spending the crystals inside the Datacron store.
Yes. Yeah. It does annoy me. It does irk me that you can't get real Mark III reroll mats in Conquest itself. It irks me. I would
even
like
at
to
like a slow rate.
Yeah, even at they should be. They should introduce a second bonus node in Sector 5 that just gives you Mark II and Mark III rerolls, but it's like 3 and 5 or something like that. Just a little bit. I would be happy for that. But there isn't
every once in a while.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
That does it. Yeah, just because I definitely don't want to be just blowing pure crystals, and 2, I don't want to have to rely on TW. That comes around once a frickin' blue moon.
It comes around literally 4 times a month.
Once a week. That's terrible.
8 TWs in a Datacron set.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. We win most of our TWs. It's just the last 2 we've lost back to back because we faced.
I joined. I joined, and then we got. You
joined, and we got douched on twice.
Yep.
Well, actually, this
you got Karth now. Okay.
Okay. You got Karth now. Yeah. So, I think Karth might be an unlucky charm.
There you go. I better go join Clones Unleashed then.
Nope. You're not going anywhere now, Karth. You gotta stick with me now. Already, people think that I poached you, which just isn't the case because
No, actually.
But I tried to poach Karth. I tried to poach Karth like fucking 4 months ago, and he was like, "No, kick rocks." I was like, "Okay, fine."
Well,
and then he just happened to join the same guild. So
yeah. I don't want it to sound bad, but it's going to come out bad no matter which way I say it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like...
Fuck you, Karth.
I wound up in the guild that we're in because it had, the most tenable requirements.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the easiest way to get,
you and your ult into the guild and be happy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I just because I talked a lot with the gauntlet guilds and what it would like to be in there, and it just it didn't interest me. I didn't like TWs where I had to be everything was just forced, and so I was I like some flexibility or the ability to just table it and not do it because next week I might have to sit out because I'm traveling for 18 hours. So I'm I may not be able to do anything about this for a little while, so I don't have to leave the guild to not join a TW, which I am already upset about swapping guilds because of missing raid currency for a week. So
to answer Wolf Fell's comment in their chat, 90% of our matchups are completely fair and we kick everybody's asses. But we got matched up against Clones Unleashed, who have 50 million GP on us, and we were down 4 characters, and they signed up with 50.
Yeah, that was the rough part.
Completely fucking boned.
We got they were able to go on defense with just 9 teams, or sorry, seven ground teams because they had enough left over to fill up the alternate zone with the extras.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So it's like we got to the back wall. And we're just like, well, we don't have anything for the more of these.
And
More of all
Clones Unleashed are currently literally like beating everyone as well. So it's not like losing to Clones Unleashed is a big hit. This last TW, we really should have performed a lot better. I'll be honest, but shit happens. You don't win everything, but we do normally win almost all of our TWs. And
this new Datacron set is just causing a little heartache because it seems like to get consistency, you get expensive, and it's hard to commit to expensive when you don't know what you're going to get next. And so it's like, do we use a really expensive counter to beat JMK so that way we can beat it? But then the next zone opens up and the team that would be the best counter for that, we just blew. So it's like, it's a really like frustrating thing to make calls for because it's like you're making assumptions, but then also at the same time, like you're like, oh, well, this should work on paper. And then you get to that area and then the team doesn't work, but then that's all you saved for that counter. So now you're kind of up like this creek of like, oh no.
Yeah.
Plan B is to just take it.
Yeah. So answering more questions. Wolf, I haven't been in MC3 for several months now. I'm in a completely different guild where it's a completely different approach. And yes, solo bases in Clones Unleashed.
Yeah, so is Fatal, a couple other guys. There's a couple of your channel viewers.
Pretty high big brain boys in there. Yeah. Yep. And they all have just like, oh my god. Like Datacron's completely tricked out. All of them are freaking amazing. They got loads of additional relics. It's
in their defense though, is that they have people who that from the second the Datacron sets are announced are theory crafting, and before Conquest starts, they have their list of required things. So like you have a little bit more of a focus than other places do, because I mean, like back when we were in MC3, we didn't typically have a list of Datacrons that we wanted people to have until after the first Conquest had finished. But at the same time, in MC3, how often did we actually even need most of them? It's just like, oh, would you look at that? They don't have that cron, so this counter kind of doesn't matter. So we'll just overkill it with a GL and call it a day.
Yeah. Yay. Apparently Fatal left. I had no idea.
Oh, well.
They're still doing great.
Yeah.
No, there's definitely no shame losing to Clones Unleashed.
I'm surprised he left for VOD, though. I'm surprised he wouldn't have gone to Mochromium.
Yeah. A wall of Padawan Obi-Wan crons when we face more. Yep. What team did they use, Thorny? That's actually kind of curious, because currently I'm scratching my head without Queen Amidala in the game about how to fit it into the meta. Where does it sit right now?
Keller is better.
Keller and Beck.
So yeah, with Keller and his interesting.
But isn't Keller and Beck's cron better?
It depends, right? Because it depends on what your level 6 is, and it depends on
and I agree, Wolfie. Padme's does feel better than using Padawan Obi-Wan's.
Oh yeah, because reducing all attacks that turn into 1 damage. And the thing is too, this is the part of that cron that gets really frustrating because it shouldn't work the way that it does, but it does. So Padme's level 6 turns any damage done by the other than the source of the character whose turn it is gets reduced to 1.
Yeah.
So if you hit somebody with expose, but it's the assister who's hit first, they all get reduced to 1 damage.
Oof.
That sucks.
Yeah,
true damage gets reduced, I assume.
To 1 damage,
which doesn't make sense, but
because it's all damage. So it does the same thing with JML's coins, right?
Yeah.
So it's this really annoying mechanic that's just like crap.
Yeah.
So it'll be. I mean, the thing is though, is that as far as like GAC and stuff will go, I think it's got relatively palatable counters for 5v5, but you're gonna have to like either plan to mirror it or you have to plan to, get very inefficient on banners.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of when we get to 5v5s, a lot of gags are going to be decided on can you clear the JMK cat, and can you do it relatively cleanly without wasting half your roster killing it. So front row, JMK cat Padme. That's what's going to be.
Well, in threes, it's not really going to do. It's not good enough in threes to even write home about it. Because
yeah, that's a question. Have you guys, both of you, have you faced JMK cat teams on defense in 5v5s? What's the comp and what have you used against it?
Same as it's always been. JMK cat tank.
Yeah, JMK cat GK. How about you, Wolfie? Have you seen it?
I don't know. Round 1, I didn't see it. Round 2, I didn't see it. I will see about round 3. Round 2, my opponent didn't attack. He had 3 Datacrons on the back row in total.
3? Holy hell. I suppose it is a new set, but still.
Round 2, my opponent scored... I'm very disappointed in my opponent. Like, really, really big F there on his part. He went in and got 68 banners and then stopped.
He didn't even get 69? Son of a bitch.
You're not going to go and kill one more character and get... Seriously!
Like, he has failed this city.
Scribe, I like how you're asking that question and you literally faced it for me on Friday.
Yeah, no, I know that. I also faced it on my own account, but I do want to know what you guys have experienced. Because like...
But no, I haven't faced it yet.
For me, the problem in 3v3s is it feels like you can't fully use JMK properly. Because you need to have a tank and you need to have cat, which means you can't have Padme. So it's like that's like you can still put a JMK cat Padme, JMK cat GK, and you'd have like the damage reduction or the taunt ignore, right? But then you don't get to have the juicy Padme cron.
Right.
So
I faced JMK Padme cat with a cat that was like 373 speed. So she was going to be super quick and yeet someone out straight away. So I decided to C-Bane it, which is expensive, but I came out with basically full banners. So I felt like it was okay.
Yeah, that's where it kind of goes down. But like if they have the ignore taunt cron, then it is a speed check.
For a mirror match, you mean? Yeah.
For mirror matches,
yeah.
Because I used Leia versus the damage reduction cron in threes. I lost Drogon, but I was able to kind of limp it home once I got to the ult on Leia and was able to get the ambush on both GK and Ahsoka, Cat, and then was able to just plink them out because they could no longer gain protection. So that was doable, but in the mirror match, if you have the ability to ignore a taunt, if your cat's faster, you literally just yeet their cat out, and then you win. And then you win.
Because they seem completely freaking neutered at that point.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. 5v5 is going to get really interesting because it's, again, if you save yours for the mirror, I'm going to slacker it significantly lower. Well, the thing is that slacker is not going to be 100%. I know that your testing has been. Well, JMK Cat. Yeah, well, if you're faster than JMK Cat, you should win.
If you've got the taunt ignore and you're faster, yeah. But can you always guarantee that your cat is going to be faster?
I mean, you can get pretty close. I mean, you can go look on .gg of
you could just mod your cat to be the fastest character in your roster outside of a GL, and you could hope that that's enough. But that also the other side of that is you lose the capability of putting it on defense yourself.
Oh yeah, which is that's what I was getting into is like if you take it to offense to mirror, then you significantly weaken your defensive capabilities.
Yeah.
For GAC. But then at the same time, it's like if you're putting JMK on defense, you need to go heavier on defense because otherwise you like Slacker is a multi-tool right now. So if you don't put Slacker on defense, then Slacker becomes then it's easier to deal with JMK because you're only having to commit your multi-tool to basically one counter.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's all these little like niche little things where it's like, if you do A, then you got to do B. If you do B, then you got to do C.
Well,
and then all of a sudden you have nothing for offense.
for example, if they put in JMK Cat GK3s now on defense and they've got the taunt ignore, it feels like to me you can just go Slacker First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter Pilot with the taunt ignore on the level 6. No, wait a minute. The taunt ignore is on Special Forces TIE Fighter Pilot level 9. And you just win by constantly stunning Cat and she never gets to do anything. If they've got the taunt ignore, you do that, right? Because they're constantly... It doesn't matter who they hit. They're going to get stunned every turn. They can't yeet out Special Forces TIE Fighter Pilot because he can't die while Slacker's alive. Their only chance is killing Slacker outright. And even that is going to be hard in 3s.
Which will only really be a threat during Kenobi's ult, because it's the only time that GK will attack out of turn to assist.
And GK will be the only person attacking out of turn. So,
well,
so it's like
then he'll immediately stun himself too, because if you go in with just the duo, they have to attack Slacker or Faust.
Exactly, and both of them are always going to have advantage. So they'll always get stunned.
Yeah.
Which means more ramping on Slacker and more ramping on First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter Pilot. And if they've got the damage reduction one, then you can take in Hux as well. And that way you can just throw turns back over to Slacker all the time, reset his cooldowns, and stun both of them. And I feel like both of those solutions just kind of work.
Yeah, you'll eventually get through. You'll get them below 50%, use a swipe, and then just one-shot the board.
And I don't know about you guys, but in my experience, the AI fucking loves Special Forces TIE Pilot.
Oh,
they love him.
Once,
They're like,
once,
ooh, Special Forces?
Yeah.
Gimme. They just got a good hard target. He's like not as bad as Jin, but they love him.
So the game has a list of priority characters, and once you get past that list, the next target is the weakest. They have there's a subset of things that like they go by like a support, healer, leader, certain like characters that are higher in the priority, and then you just get the weakest. So once you get down to that point, they just go to weakest and go, okay, we're just going to try to kill this weakest character, and then they can't.
That's like particularly evident in Geonosians. Geos will always attack the lowest health and protection character on the team. Unless they're forced to attack a taunting character. They'll just always hit. Who's got the lowest max health and protection right now? Or lowest health and protection right now? We're going to just beeline this guy. Just hit him constantly. So, not that you'd waste Slacker and First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter Pilot on Geos, unless you've full cleared the board and you just so happen to have Slacker left. You're like, well, I guess I'll use this. And then you'll go in with the bonus damage. You'll AoE the whole team and they'll die. It'll be great.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, there's a few interesting ones. I think Reva's actually get like low key obnoxious on defense.
It is.
With her current setup of stuff and things, because it's
I've thrown her under Lord Vader currently.
Yeah, well, the only problem with her under Lord Vader is that it's still. It doesn't it's too much power under one thing, and they're just going to use a good team against it. So it's like if you separate Lord Vader with like Ninth Sister and somebody else, then have like Reva GI somewhere else, I think that splits the focus better. But that's just one man's opinion on the matter.
I'm quite happy to consolidate power on it at the moment, but we swim in different waters, so.
Yeah, well, and we get to 5, Bo-Katan will just beat the living piss out of any Lord Vader team you put on defense. So
well, exactly. Well, if you throw in the Revacron, I don't think she does that no more. But
well, you're gonna proc her ancestral
versus the Reva team in TW today.
You're gonna
say again, sorry.
I did Bo versus Reva in TW today.
Nice. Was that with Revacron as well?
I don't remember. I got back. See if I can go and check, but I don't think it was. But I do got I will double check. But Bo's still good.
Yeah, of course, Bo's still good. Right. Absolutely, 100%. Bo's good. Bo's great.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, it's her unique. It'll just pop off way faster with Riva Inquisition under Lord Vader, because it you get 2% defense and 1% max health, and then they deal additional tree damage.
I ran it with Riva Maul. Personally, I didn't go Riva GI, so I don't know if that changes anything, but
that might help a little bit. Just be more of a threat.
Yeah, and it still gives me a GI Inquisitor lead, to use against some nothing basically. But yeah, I'm still tempted. I don't know if you guys have been messing around using some First Order characters with other leaders, using the level 6 to ramp the leader slot. Because I know we spoke about it before, trying to ramp Savage. Kind of been tempted, in 3s is a bit harder, kind of been tempted to do like Savage lead with Treya and like Sith Trooper or something like that to try and make a really awkward team. But I think the Treya might be wasted there.
I wonder if you do something like a Star Killer lineup with like Sith Trooper, like Red Trooper over there as the First Order scoring critical hit. Like throw Star Killer in the lead for no fucking reason. Now that wouldn't.
Yeah, throw Malicos in the lead. Yeah, absolutely.
Imagine. Holy shit.
Malicos with crew, because we need unaligned force users, right? With crew and OG Kylo. There you go. Two First Order unaligned force users with a Malicos lead, ramping Malicos.
Well, we need we need Ufus. Would we be able to do that
Ufus,
then?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. That'd be super silly.
It would be dumb. It would be dumb. Let's do it.
It'd be really dumb. Like, don't actually do that. But
yeah, but maybe do it.
It would be fun.
Yeah.
But maybe do it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And people run leaderless teams sometimes.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day when people used to run Chupio lead because technically he was a rebel in the leader slot, so he would share his own stats?
Well, yeah. No, I did that a couple of times actually, but I faced one last round. I faced Tarple's lead with IG and Queel with the Tarple's cron.
Yeah, you lost.
I lost. I was drunk, but I lost. But Tarple's, oh my freaking god! He does 50% more damage and assists everybody. Holy crap, he hurts. He did so much damage. He was just like attacking constantly, always assisting and dealing 50% more damage. He tore through things. I was like, oh, Jesus.
That's actually pretty cool.
It was actually cool. Yeah. To be fair, I was drunk. So I probably wasn't thinking straight. And I already knew I'd won the GAC, so I was throwing stupid shit at the wall. But yeah, it was kind of cool. It was. I don't have that Tarple's cron actually myself. Otherwise, I might try doing something stupid with it, because why not?
That does sound awesome, though. If I didn't have like a need for like another 5 or 6 Galactic Republic crons, I'd probably try and farm one of those.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
No. I'm doing decent with crons actually. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 level 9s. So I gotta get a couple more. We know you have 30. So what are you after?
Yeah, I was gonna say, should we go up in steps here? You've got 8. Did you say? I've got
8 level 9s.
14, but I wailed on Padawan Obi-Wan, so I have his as well. So
Padawan Obi-Wan's one of them.
That's a free one, right? And Karth, how many 30s do you have?
I don't have that many. I think I'm like at
22.
No, I think I'm at like 17.
Oh, okay.
Really?
So usually about where I end up at the end of
4, 5,
a
6,
set.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got 15 level 9s right now, including the Padawan Obi-Cron.
That's it. Wow.
But
yeah, I'm
you
catching up to
Karth.
It's
crazy.
Yeah, it's the data cache that I haven't been farming because I've been putting my crystals elsewhere. But I've got enough materials to do, I believe, another 4 before.
Yeah,
once
I'm out of data cache now. Like, this last day I just started farming additional actual crons because I want to try and max out the number of crons in my inventory before it disappears. So I think I need like another 3 crons, and then all the rest of it will just go on Sector 4 to make sure I've got Mark II and Mark III materials. Because I've still got how many? I've got 965 Mark 1s. So I don't need to worry about them.
Yeah, no, it's all the Sector 4 stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mark II is absolutely always the bottleneck over there. Mm-hmm. Never have enough Mark IIs.
100%. I would quite happily have them replace a Sector 3 bonus node, have another one that's just Mark II, but drops 10 to 45 and nothing else. I would take that.
But I don't... Why does it matter? I don't understand why that even matters.
Because sometimes I just need the Mark IIs, Cuff.
Yeah, but I mean, the excess of any of the other ones still is a net benefit to you.
Yeah, but not when I'm trying to farm them up.
Focus on the Mark IIs, damn it.
I want to focus on the Mark IIs, damn it, Carth. Just level with
damn
me.
It.
No.
Damn it.
No.
Focus Mark II.
You don't...
Rabble.
You don't
rabble.
look a gift horse in the mouth, okay? Come on.
There are no horses in game yet. That comes when the anniversary of Rise of Skywalker comes.
Oh, God.
Exactly. Those fucking space horses.
Space horses.
Yeah,
space
that's when
ponies.
we get mounts in the game. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And
And
another version of Finn.
Melkisel.
Horseback.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Melkisel, I don't wail on Datacron farming. You don't have to. I just farm a lot of Conquest.
Well, so what helped you a lot in keeping in pace with me is because of the data cache cap increase.
Oh,
doubling
yeah,
that
so
was
useful.
like huge
Oh, my
for a
God.
lot of people. Because for me, so a lot of my data cache went into finishing off the Datacrons for the last set.
Okay.
So I have 30 of the last set, but I did 8 of them when we were transitioning between sets.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
So I will, by the time the next Conquest comes around, I will pick up up to probably about 20 to 22 of the crons. But every cron that I have right now, every single one has the 15% health and protection on the level 3.
Nice.
Of course they do.
Well, no, because this is why I don't have as many level 9s right now, is because I have been going level 3, and if it either rolls 2 crap stats, so accuracy, crit chance, or accuracy, or whatever, or the level 3
deconstruct, do you?
If the level 3 after 1 reroll doesn't hit the 15%, it just goes away. I just get rid of it and I start over.
And then you farm a new cron.
Yeah. So I mean,
Fair enough.
I've gone through probably 40 plus crons at this junction, and then
Nice.
But the first 10 you just take up to see what you get, because
That's what I did basically. Yeah.
There was no reroll materials and nothing to work with, and so I just got things up to where I could go from, and then as we've been going through, I've been refining everything. So I've got all the important ones. I just need to get a few more of those, 15% health and protection ones with a correspondingly decent amount of good of one of the stats I need, and then that's the game.
Yep.
So
that'll do it.
My good old boy Dark Trooper Moff Gideon would love about 3,000% armor pen. So
wouldn't we all?
I mean, it's so pitiful on how that character got elevated for 8 straight months. Well, he wasn't even in the game that long, but he had supporting Datacrons for effectively that long. And then immediately he feels like a dead fish.
Yeah.
He's not, but it feels that way because we have to retool how we want to use him.
They did give him a lot of power with the straight. It was Empire, then Imperial Troopers, or backwards.
It was Imperial Trooper, then the Empire.
Yeah,
and the level 6s were the same. They both had that 400%
Yes.
offense from defense, which is what they needed. And now, of course, it just means that Lord.
Well, it made the summons. It made that summon Dark Trooper absolutely bananas.
Yes,
we're going to get the same thing. I have to believe that next set has got Galactic Republic for Queen Amidala.
Yeah.
So I'm envisaging the next set will have Queen Amidala, Master Qui-Gon Jinn, and then +1. It probably won't be Padawan Obi-Wan.
Well, you think they do next set or skip a set?
No,
I think they do it twice in a row.
They would be wildly foolish to go a whole another Datacron set without supporting the Conquest unit.
Well,
I think
the
they'll just
Conquest
go straight
unit-
in.
Well, the Conquest unit right now has support from the Padawan Obi-Wan Cron.
Yeah, but
So
that
you're
was
gonna be-
For
only
people that wailed. Like.
Right,
Yeah.
but if you have that crossover set over there, for the next 2 months, then you're going to have 2 months of Queen Amidala has a Cron, and then hey Wales, thank you for investing in that Padawan Obi-Wan Cron. It's useless for 2 months because the Queen Amidala one's better.
Yeah, but that would not be the
I
first
mean,
time
I don't know if they do
CG has
that.
done that.
I don't know if they do that. I mean,
But I
this is-
mean, but
it's the first time
look
they've
at
had
Gungans.
a
Look at
this is the first time
Gungans.
they've had a Cron that you bought that you bought.
Yeah, but
You
look at
bought that
Gungans.
data Cron from over there, so it's completely new realm over there too.
Yeah, but you look at Gungans. Boss
We're in new
Nass is
territory.
the
I know.
infinitely better Gungan Cron over the Jar Jar character, and Jar Jar was an absolute pain in the butt to be ready for on the first pass.
Yeah. it
So
was.
like
So if the Queen
fun will
Amidala
kick-
one is not as good as the one that we bought over there, like it's possible. I don't know. I'm just saying that we're
I
in new
still
territory.
think they do
here.
it. I
We're in
still-
new
they do.
I
territory.
still think they do it.
There's a good chance they do it. I agree, but we're in new territory. I'm not counting it out
Yeah.
How are we in new territory? I don't understand that.
because we had the Padawan Obi-Wan Cron,
Sure.
which we bought, which supports the Conquest team for all that. If we go the next Cron set and they have a Queen Amidala Cron, which is better in any way, shape, or form than the Padawan Obi-Wan Cron, it's saying, hey Wales, thanks for investing, and never do that again because your investment only lasts 2 months, not 4 months.
But I mean, the
They're
investment
shooting
was
themselves in the foot over there.
still 2 months of better than nothing.
Not really, I mean, because you got a couple weeks without even Queen Amidala in there. So I mean, it's
You get one
Yeah.
week without
and
Queen Amidala.
and two TWs. Okay, people care about TW. People care about TW.
Yeah,
But I'm
but I
saying,
mean, you put that Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan under Keller and Beck and watch the world burn. That
Right.
team is terrifying in
Yeah.
TW.
All I'm saying is if they go over and put a new Cron over there, which is somehow better than that Cron, it's going to be shooting themselves in the foot over there. with
What
the
if it's
investment in
worse
that-
though,
in that
Wolfie?
Cron.
What if it's worse?
If it's worse, then I'd be like pissed. Everyone else would be pissed off because
Like,
they're
yeah, but
the whales
that's
get that
okay.
much more of a benefit.
CG
okay.
has had a track record of making.
All I'm saying is we're in new territory, and I don't know anymore because
I
of that
disagree
Cron.
with you because of the
It's a new-
base. No.
But just the new
No.
Cron.
Think about
I
no.
disagree.
Think about it this way: every single time that CG has an exclusive character that you can only get through
They
through
always
whaling or
have
whatever
Crons
else.
that you can buy from them.
No, the
No,
support
it's a new
characters.
territory.
The support characters end up being the more, or not the support characters. The more readily available characters end up having the better Datacrons. So it's like I don't see how everyone who gets her through Conquest, they would go like, oh, well, all right, screw you guys. Now you got her in 3 months or 4 months or whatever it's going to take before the set comes out, and then go, well, now the investment's shitty because the only way you're going to have a truly powerful one is if you wailed on Obi-Wan.
All I'm saying is that because we had that Obi-Wan Cron, because we had that it is technically new territory. You got to at least acknowledge that.
I agree.
They're doing
with
something
you.
different.
I'll give you the
We don't
fact
know.
that they put out a Cron that you could only get to level
They're
9
doing
if you
something
wail.
different.
I
Who the
get
fuck
you.
knows? They could mix it up. We're doing a lot of
Okay, so-
counting on them.
No,
doing
we're
They-
just off in the weeds now.
You know,
I'm saying
you know,
we're
you know
counting on them
what
keeping
solves
them consistent,
both of
like the power
this?
levels and stuff.
the thing that solves both of this is if the next Cron just has the same Padawan Obi-Wan level 9 and the same level 6.
Oh
and
my
the same
god!
level
Imagine
3.
they fucking did
Oh
that.
God.
And there you go. Like, and maybe Padme's is better then, but it doesn't matter
God.
because everybody's got the same Crons. So it's like, yay, everybody wins and
I
loses.
mean, yeah. I don't know why they would wait the extra 2 months to let this set
I don't
die
think
out
they've
and bring
ever
it back.
released a Conquest unit and not given them a Datacron.
Because
The
wasn't
Razor Crest didn't get a Datacron.
no.
We're still waiting on that one.
Because
And
the only one,
Interceptor
the
and
only
the
one that
Fury
was
class.
weird, the only one that was weird, right,
I would
was
say that.
because the new Datacron set for DTMG, the Datacron set that was Imperial Troopers came out for DTMG
Before he was out.
before he was at well, not his cron though. It was just the Imperial Trooper Datacron,
Mhm.
and then the next set was
So
Empire.
it had a lag over there.
Yeah.
Well, but they had the flexibility to literally just go, well, we'll slightly change the level 6 to a faction that is essentially the same faction.
Mhm.
But just with GR, you don't have that luxury because we're not going to add a sub faction in for this.
They're not going to add
No,
an Naboo
I'm-
faction.
Don't.
I'm saying this year specifically, I think is the year that CG has definitely started trying some new things. So I'm
They're definitely mixing
taking
it up.
back from making like grand predictions on how they're gonna do stuff because I mean they had new events things, new event styles, new marquee events, new legendary event styles. So they're trying a lot of new things over here. So
Sure.
I'm less sure of my predictions now these days.
Maybe Owie in chat is right. Maybe the Queen Amidala Datacron will be for people that didn't wail on the others. So it'll be a solo Datacron like Sidious.
Oh
So-
my god.
You don't need the support.
Your level 9 is you just summon 5 allies.
Yeah,
That
you
would be so
summon
silly.
you summon 5
You
additional
summon her
decoys.
boss node in Sector 5. You just
Oh
summon
my
the Naboo
God.
guy and then the Queen.
Panaka!
But
Yeah.
we
We
can't
finally
set
get
it on,
Panaka!
but we can't set it on defense.
Exactly.
It's a timeout team, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's god damn it.
Oh yeah.
My days. Who knows? Who knows? I think 100%. I think 100% we get Queenie as a cron in the next set, and I think it's going to be weird because I don't know how they plan it. Maybe they do just reintroduce the same Padawan Obi-Wan cron, but that kind of undermines
I doubt
the
it.
Wailing cron. So you summon Panaka.
I think they just release GR as the next faction and call it a day, and then go, well, hey, it didn't line up the way we wanted it to, but we wanted you to have something for a couple months ready, go.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, everyone who missed the Obi-Wan set is now going to have to go another 2 months without any support for
And-
their Padme team.
Yep. Which is
That they just were forced to invest into because it's going to be required for the new raid.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're going to want to make the feel goods feel a little bit better than like, being bent over the closest table
So-
and taken advantage of.
So Navju, like for the level 6s and the level 3s, they can just replicate exactly what we currently have, and that
They
way
could.
there is or maybe not replicate exactly, but at least have the 15% health and protection and the protection disruption and taunt ignore on the level 6 for GR. Like if they just have those two, or even the damage reduction one on the level 6, the 50% to immediate 75% less damage. If they've got those, then you can literally replicate the same set.
I think honestly that's going to be the way to go.
Which
with
is
her.
what they did with Empire and Imperial Troopers. We got the same.
Pretty close, yeah.
You could at least replicate the most powerful versions of those Datacron sets. So,
You didn't get the buffs on end of turn and buffs on basic anymore.
Yeah.
Well, you had them both. You had the Imperial Troopers had the buffs at the end of
Mm.
turn, and then you had the buffs on basic.
I missed those buffs for Imp Troopers. They were great.
Yeah, but then they immediately killed it anyways because the next set had doubt on the level 3, which was ridiculously
Stupid frickin' doubt, bro.
any team that needed turn meter gains get wrecked.
My Relic 9 Phoenix is still upset about this,
Yes.
but I can use them now.
Yeah, except for the thickness of all the current sets makes it really challenging to chew through things fast enough.
That
Yeah,
thickness is
but-
real, man.
But it still
It is-
helps Rex 5s on defense, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, that's a fun cron this set. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
that
The ramping stats on the level 3, the damage reduction on the level 6, Rex 5s, have some fun with it.
Mm.
I think I still cleared it with Qui-Gon Omi though,
yeah, that sounds
because
about
it
right.
timed out right that when they killed OG Qui-Gon, that their C-Rex was just below 50% turn meter, so I did the AoE yeet, and I killed 5s, and I killed C-Rex, and I was like, okay,
Nice.
well, now
Yeah.
we just win.
I did it with Maul Gar ISC because I
That's what I've been using.
they didn't have a way to cleanse the DI, and so you just sit there and counterattack them into the floor.
Yeah,
Good
I remember
time.
doing the. I did that one this week twice actually.
I'm sitting there like, okay, Maul's gonna take a turn, and Maul's gonna take a turn, and they're already dead. Maul, you gonna take a turn? Nope, you just counter them to death. Okay, they're just gonna get countered to death, and Maul got a turn! Yay! We got like one blast and then to kill Rex or whatever. But yeah, they just counter 5s to death, counter Captain Rex to death. It's a really fun team. Maul, Gar, ASC, they do good work. I'm very glad I finally geared them. Oh man, they do good work.
To be the facts.
Did we lose Scribe?
Yeah, Scribe's muted again.
Damn it.
But oddly, we can't hear him in
Scribe,
DC
hello.
either. So I can't.
Yeah.
A new bug.
Sorry about that.
That's fun.
I don't know why
So,
that
I
happened.
wonder if they can hear us. I don't
Yeah,
think
they can
so.
still hear you.
Is anybody out there?
Hold on. Can you still not hear me in chat? What the fuck?
We can't hear you in Discord. I just
You
turned
can't hear
on
me? What the
the
hell?
stream to see if I could hear you.
I hear myself.
I just turned on the stream so I could
Testing?
hear him, but
Can you hear me now?
but yeah,
Can you
he's
hear
not
me
coming
now?
through Discord.
Uh-oh.
What? What? Yes? What? Yes.
You can hear me now.
Yeah, I
Yes.
can hear you now.
Can.
Okay, Discord
Hello.
was being a douche. Sorry about that. Because chat could hear me, but you can't, which has never happened.
Yeah, that was a new twist on an old
strange.
game here.
Yeah.
How wooed.
Woo.
How wooed. Yeah.
We're all fine. Everything's fine here.
Everything's good.
What?
Professional streamer here. Just stupid technology being stupid again. I was going to say something then, but I got distracted.
Disappear. I'm gonna go hit the boys' room.
Oh, okay. Bye, Karth. Love you. What were we talking about, Wolfie? I've short-term memory loss has just gone. All my stuff has gone.
Datacrons and stuff, right? I don't
Yeah.
fucking know.
I
We're talking about,
don't
something.
fucking know.
I got
Yep.
distracted by the audio and stuff.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
The the Datacrons for the next set, and when that was going to be over there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll see what they end up doing for that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not going to be long
knows?
now, because I mean, in 2 weeks' time, we're gonna have not even 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Well, probably 2 weeks' time. We'll see the new Conquest unit.
Yeah. So we'll have the new feats to do everything. 2 weeks and I guess a day, a couple days. They usually do like a Tuesday, or they usually do like the Monday or the Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we'll probably get the data mines on the feats ahead of it as well, because the feats usually get loaded in before CG has announced the feats per se.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see.
So new
how that
feats.
looks. New feats.
Could be a mix-up. These were really nice ones. This was an easy-ass conquest.
So easy, wasn't it? So I think things that we'll see for these new feats in Conquest will still be Gungans. There'll still be like stuff.
Gungans will be
pertaining to
there for the
Gungans.
next year.
Probably. We've still got
next year,
Purge,
but-
man. We've still got fucking Inquisitorius based feats. So I think still Gungans. There'll be one boss node that is win with Queen Amidala alive. They might throw in one for Padawan Obi-Wan or Master Qui-Gon. I don't think they do. They don't do any unique buffs or debuffs, do they? They do doubt. But nothing new and unique. Maybe they'll have.
I mean, he
maybe
gets
they'll
his
have a
own
feat
thing,
for.
but
They might have a feat for Queen's Protection.
potentially. I said, do you think they'll do a keep all three of them alive feat?
Oh, I hope not. Oh, maybe they will win 20 battles with Queen Amidala, Padawan Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon Jinn alive. Maybe they will. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. A global feat. Yeah.
Something along those lines would not surprise me.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Not in the slightest.
40 with full Gungans. Oh god. I mean, we have Gungans, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but still.
Yeah,
not
but you could only do that if you've got Jar Jar. That would be rough.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll do that. Just because
that
just
seems a
because
bit
Jar
mean.
Jar being a bit exclusive right now.
I mean, they could do, I guess, like with at least three or 4 Gungans or something like that. But that might be a little bit rude.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But usually it's not like whale exclusive, like latest and greatest cutting edge new shit. For these.
Oh, Sealand makes a good point. Protection over time.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
You sure about that, Scribe?
I am sure about that.
Pretty sure there was a few feats that required Jedi Cal Kestis.
Yeah. No. What I'm saying is they do those feats, but they've never. Oh, they don't lock red box behind.
Oh
the
yeah,
must
yeah.
have. They just because you can still drop 34 key cards or whatever it is. So you're usually, even if you have not farmed the latest and greatest, you can usually still red box.
I honestly think what they'll do is they'll make those consumable missions, the ones that give you those ones will be the ones that are tied to like having Gungans and Padmes team up and running, and then you can just whale your way out of the problem.
Yeah. So you might have a win 40 battles with full Gungans, gives you this data disc or this consumable, which is a 15 key card feat, but you can also buy the pack and just get it immediately. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised.
I wouldn't be
happy
it
about
would
it.
Having people pay an extra $20 to $30 depending on what they were going to spend on that pass in the first place is a little shitty, but
I mean, it is. But again, I will reiterate that you don't have to do it. Like this last set, I never did the win 20 battles with full light side Mandos, and I have Bo-Katan. I just didn't bother. I was like, I don't need to.
You don't have to.
I'm not gonna. It's because they all need to survive. You can't really blitz it down to 1%.
No, but you can do five battles a day once you.
No, but I would rather just do the Keller and Beck and IG-12 one in 2 days. Just because that one you can blitz down to 1%. I'm like,
yes, you can.
Yeah,
whilst farming Datacrons.
Once you have your Zealous Ambition set up, you can blitz the IG-12 and Keller in pretty quickly.
Well, I just threw them with GLs.
Oh, okay, see, I just did like,
but also like dash lead or agile lead.
I did dash.
Lead.
I did Afra lead with her 2 droids, and then I did dash lead with.
I always forget about Afra, dude.
Being a support too, yeah. Ooh, it's fun. Yeah. Love that. Just press a button. Hey, look at that! Everyone died.
Yep.
Yeah,
Afra's pretty wild. She has some good stuff.
Yeah. So. We'll see. I'm sure there's going to be, there'll definitely be feats locked to new factions, but I don't think it's going to be the make or break for the red box.
Oh yeah, there always are.
Yeah,
always will be.
I just think it's going to get. I think if they play it right with adding Gungans and GR as part of the feats, is that it'll be surprisingly cutting it close. Of what you'll be locked out of. Like you'll just barely get there if you can max everything else. I would not be surprised if that's the route they take on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is fine. Like I've said this before in the past about Conquest, but you're not entitled to a red box. Nobody's entitled to a red box. You still got to work for it. Subscribe, God damn it!
Red box.
But I signed up to play a game mode, therefore I'm qualified to get the max reward, even though I'm 4 million GP.
I'm 4 million and 1 GP.
I'm downloading the video because I don't have all the teams you recommend. Sorry, was that?
It's okay if you can't red box. It's okay. Sometimes you need some time to build up your roster and get some depth. That's okay.
Well, that's what Conquest is for, though, is to test the depth of your roster in different respects. Yeah. So it's like...
I'm still waiting for them to introduce Fleet to Conquest.
Stop it. Sector 6 Fleet battles.
Oh, God. Could you imagine a whole sector?
Oh, my God. If the reward for that Conquest setup isn't Red 5, I quit. I quit the game. I quit the game.
Somebody tell Meathead. Get him on that right now. We need Sector 6, which is Fleet only and gives Red 5 shards. For every battle, you get 5 red 5 shards.
No, you would have to be lower than that because you'd get it in one conquest.
All right. Well, there's 22 combats. There's 22 combats in any sector. One is going to be a boss node. One is going to be a mini boss node. So technically, 20 sectors, 5 feats. That's 100 shards. 100 shards. So actually, if everyone, even the mini boss and the big boss, did after 3 conquests, you would unlock red 5 because it'll be a 7-star unlock. There you go. Perfect. I've done CG's job for them. I have introduced how you get Red 5 to the game.
There we go. Done.
I will expect the check in the post, CG. Where is it?
Why isn't... I need direct deposit like yesterday.
Because I'm going to need that to pay for the Conquest Pass Plus.
I will take 10 vaults in my account tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'll take vaults in my account. Yeah. And a lifetime supply of Conquest Pass Plus. Oh, jeez. It's just every time I just get it for free. That'll be
there. You go.
Yeah. you think is that a thing?
Yeah.
I think it
I
should.
mean, it is kind of a thing. They have done it in the past where they reward players for different things by gifting directly.
God damn it.
But
Mhm.
I don't know how you can spring that out of thin air.
I don't think it was.
I don't think they're just going to give it to me. They're like, but Scribe, you give us money each month. Why would we do this? I'll be like, yeah, fair point.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So
All
how
right.
have your GACs gone this last week? This new week of 3v3? The first week of 3v3 with new Datacron set is usually a bit of a flustercluck. How has your first week gone, gents?
Threw a bunch of shit at the wall.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Got a rough full clear round 1. Got a clean-ish full clear round 2 with 1 drop on fleets. And
Nice.
my opponent round 1 scored 0, and my opponent round 2 scored 68. So
Smashing it. Your
we're
point
doing
difference
good.
is huge right now. Yeah. What
Yeah.
I have to ask though, what did you drop on fleet and why?
I dropped on Leviathan. I got through and down to a solo Mark 6. That fucking stack ship can just
Oh my
absolutely get wrecked.
Sometimes that's the most annoying. It's just it will not
yeah.
die. It's
Yeah,
just like stop
they
regaining your
landed.
stacks.
Yeah,
Were you
they
using the
landed the
Empire?
stuns. Yeah, they landed all the shit they needed to. So they managed to beat me down. But I made so much progress that Holdo killed it like fucking immediately. So it was almost nothing.
Yeah.
So
Was that with Chimera?
that was Chimera.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, good old Chimera counter.
Yep.
Generally
Love it.
reliable, but when somebody has like Relic 9 on their tie dagger, it makes it a tad bit more difficult
A little
to
bit chunky.
beat them down.
A little bit chunky.
But you know, a little bit more chunk.
Yeah.
You know,
You don't have
No.
all your pilots Relic 8, 9, or higher? Come on
Iden's
now.
Relic 8. Iden's Relic 8.
So
So is
Fighter
mine
pilot,
actually.
She's
TIE
not
Fighter
Relic 9.
pilots Relic 8. Not Relic 9. Fuck that. But
Oh, come on. Come on.
Garth's
6A
like, really, this is your
modding.
fault.
Coming from
actually.
the guy with all the droid brains.
Karth is like, really, this is your fault if you think about it, because you didn't Relic 9 all your pilots. So I
Really,
mean,
this
you
is
just-
your
yeah,
fault.
fucking.
I mean,
no.
Honestly, though, like the reason why I quit
He's like, honestly,
doing
though, it is.
the Empire counter versus the Leviathan is everyone I face has all the pilots at Relic 9 for Leviathan,
Hmm.
and that makes it incredibly difficult for the Empire counter to be sustainable. You just get like,
This is why I just mirror it.
yep, that's
Like
exactly what I do.
That's what
No,
I do on your account as well.
No, pro tip. Pro tip.
Oh.
If you want to make the counter easier on yourself and you are going to take the Leviathan on offense forever and always, replace the speed arrow on DR with a 5A mod.
Okay.
Well, because if the enemy goes first in the coin flip, right?
Yeah.
They will use the sabotage engines, which grants the entire enemy team 5 stacks of ferocity, which gives them a total of 6, which reduces their tenacity by 90%. So when you use the mass assist from
You'll get the
Fury
protection
class,
assist.
you'll
get
get the projectile disruption and the burning to land on them more consistently.
That's big
where-
brain.
That's where I've seen it go south the majority of the time, is that I don't land that, and then it's a slugfest the last 20 seconds to try to make sure I still get to the ult before
So
them.
we've got to sacrifice 2 speed on RDR, guys. That's the solution.
Yeah, for a character that no longer runs lead. So in 3s that
Yeah.
might hurt you a little bit, but in 5v5 you would
If
never
you're
use
still
them
running
for
him
lead.
under Malgus, who cares about 2 speed when Malgus passes him like 195,000 speed?
In
Oh,
3s it's like 60 speed. I think in
Oh, is
5v5
that-
it's
Oh.
like 90.
That's nothing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Give him the speed arrow.
basically nothing. There's
Yeah.
basically no speed, isn't it?
But yeah, if you plan on doing that all the time, then that's better. The only thing that does mess that up a smidgen is if they happen to run the dagger lineup.
Yeah.
And so just the standard Leviathan, then that causes a little bit of heartache. But you're never, it doesn't, at that point, it doesn't matter if you go first or second anyways, because you're still going to be fighting the same fight. It's just now that you're going to land it, and then it's going to get cleansed.
Well, if they run the dagger, then you're running the different lineup anyways. You're running with the assassin start as opposed to the assassin and the Mark 6 start, right?
I still run. I still run.
You're
the
still
same
better
thing.
running with the Mark 6. You're still
Even against the dagger?
Yeah,
I see the win
because
rate go down a lot for that one.
Oh, then they suck.
Yeah, I still run this. Like the difference is, if it's a dagger start, you don't reinforce. The first turn you disrupt the hulls because they'll always reinforce with Sith fighter, and it will get destroyed immediately. And then you've got a unit advantage.
Yeah.
My Leviathan's always parked on defense, so I just I'll do mirror wave timing and I press auto.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100%. I'm just saying, like, if you want to make it slightly easier on you, then that's just a way you can do it. It's I wouldn't say it's the most tenable thing in the world to do, to remind yourself every time to make sure he's got a 5A mod on it, but
the only thing in my experience, like, I prefer facing the tie dagger if you remember to sabotage the hull. The only thing, and it can happen, and it happens far too frequently for my liking, is if your Sith fighter misses.
Oh, that 2% dodge on the
you do that basic
on the,
and it just misses, you are fucked. Like, it's just game over straight away. And it's happened more than once. It's happened for me at least 3 times in the last month. And it shouldn't, because statistically speaking, it should almost never happen, but it happens far too often.
It should happen
one out of
every 50 fights.
Exactly.
Which should take you. But I mean, that is the thing, is like, maybe that GAC battle is your 50th fight, and there you go.
Yeah, it's now your turn to get screwed, boy.
And then the next deck battle is your 51st. So sorry, get ready.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
there you
it's
go.
a pain. It's
And
a
the
pain.
one after that,
So the
you
real
just tank 'em up for the
solution
next 50.
is just do no fleet battles, or alternatively, keep doing fleet battles until they get that dodge, and then do your GAC fight. Because then it's definitely not going to happen, because you've killed that odds.
That's
how
that works.
probability works. I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure that's how probability works. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like every time you do Profundity versus Executor, you're just like, I will punch a hole in my computer screen if I get no assists. And the game's like, bet.
Cool.
Hold my beer.
Oh, speaking of.
I've been looking to retire anyways. Kill me now.
Oh my god. When I had that, I had that GAC, and I think I had Profundity do no assists, and there were dodges in that triple attack or exec matches, back to back GACs. I was just like, fuck this game. Like, I hate this game.
All the assist and both basics get dodged, and you're like, well,
when you use the
unplug the Ethernet cable.
It's been a good
you
GAC,
use the Profundity call to assist, and both attacks miss.
Yeah.
And then you get to your turn, and then you miss again, and then Millennium Falcon's like, yeah, that 50% chance to assist. Yeah, I ignored that.
Sorry, I was asleep at the wheel.
Yeah.
What was happening again? What were we doing?
Bust out that Jabba juice, and things got a little too lit on the Falcon.
No. God damn. It happens. It happens. I don't like it, but it does happen. Thankfully, what it has fostered a fuck you fleet attitude in me, where I'm just like, I'm not even taking reinforcements in my Profundity, because it's not going to fucking matter anyway. Let's just go in with just the 3, and I'll take the plus 77, or I'll get fucked by RNG. Those are my solutions. And,
there we go.
Yeah.
That works.
And sometimes you'll just like lose the Falcon or something, or you'll lose the Outrider, or you'll lose the Rebel Y-Wing, and you'll be like, maybe I can still win. I hate it. I really hate it when they just do those assists, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, the Xanadu double tapped, and then he got called to assist, and the Xanadu double tapped, and then he took his base, and the Xanadu double tapped. It's like, fuck you, Xanadu blood, you piece of shit.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I think I had not this TW, but the last TW. I think I had taken Profundity versus that triple attacker, and like got some dodges, whatever, and they managed to kill kill my Falcon like right off the fucking bat. I'm sitting there like, well, that was a fun battle.
And we're done playing SWGoH for the day.
And we're gonna take a break now. Cool, awesome, cool story, guys. So we still won the TW, no problem. It was like we had some easy matchups this week, but still, yeah, fun times.
Yep. So, what else is new? Nothing.
I don't know. Do we got some Tribes Talks questions?
That's a
We
very good
might.
question. I haven't even looked.
We have a
Haven't
few.
even. God
Hedgehog
damn.
came back and put like 3 in on his own.
I had people answering the Tribe Talks questions, and I got angry. I was like, "Stop it! That's not the point. That's not how we roll."
People were like, "It's a QA forum, right?" I'm like, "No,
You're
stop
not
it."
getting. You're not getting what's happening here. Okay.
Yeah. So there are a bunch of questions, but I'm thinking we start on.
KZX Scribe goes tomorrow, but I'll be on later in a couple hours.
Oh, you talking GAC? Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I'll be attacking.
I
on
don't
the
know how to
attack
pronounce KZXSXI. I have no idea.
I don't think anybody knows how to really pronounce that. It's alphabetic spaghetti, that is.
KZ?
Yes.
Oh, we'll go with KZ. Perfect. Yeah, Scribe will be on tomorrow. I'll be on in a couple hours.
Exactamundo. All right, so how about on the 22nd, Mole Troops has asked a two-parter question, and he asks, what is your favorite quality of life thing that has been implemented? His was 4 times speed. And what quality life thing would you add or remove, also knowing it would mean removing 4 times? Oh God,
Holy
nothing.
crap, 4 times speed. So we're talking about like
Ah.
from like 8 years. How long was that added ago? Like 7 years ago that was added
Before
in?
I started playing the game.
That is
But-
like since the beginning of time. Oh my God.
I can actually
Ever?
reverse Mole's question. He's saying if we're going to add something but it removes 4 times speed, I'm going to say add 5 times speed. I'm okay with you
Yeah.
removing 4 times if we're getting 5 times speed, baby. Maybe we can actually win some of these
Sometimes-
matches.
Yeah, sometimes those 5-minute battles, you know, you're sitting there.
Hmm.
I mean, the original animations were designed for 1x speed. So when they get sped up to 4x, they suddenly work.
Yeah.
The new animations are designed for 4 times speed, so Cara Dune can run the fuck up there and go like blast somebody in the face and then jump back.
I don't
like,
think I've
percentage-
ever watched that animation in 1 time speed, but it must look like it takes about 20 minutes to do one attack.
Well, it's like
pretty much. It's
like
designed
watching-
for 4x speed, so
watching
it just takes fucking forever.
what Kanisa do her basic 3 times in a
Oh
row.
my God. Yeah.
Watching
that's-
Bausch put her stick down every single
Yeah.
fucking stick, put her,
Oh.
her gun down every single time to grab the fucking bomb, like dum, dum, dum,
I-
dum.
I'm pretty certain there's not a team in the game that irritates me more for wasting time than Jabba.
It's awful.
Like when you're facing it and they're like, oh yeah, okay, so Bausch is going to be like, I'm going to throw a grenade, and then I'm going to throw a grenade, and then I'm going to throw a
Yeah.
grenade, and then Skiff God Lando's out there is like, I'm going to take a bonus attack, and I'm going to take a bonus attack, and I'm going to take a bonus attack, and then I'm going to swap over Jab, and Jab's going to do a mass assist, and I'm going to take a and Bausch is there like, I'm going to
wait,
throw an extra
and
grenade.
pose and shoot,
And you're
and
like,
pose
Jesus
and shoot, and
Flippin'
pose and
crite. Like, guys, I get it. Can you do all your shit at once so it doesn't take like 25 seconds for you to do one attack? Please? God
It is
almighty.
really
All
absurd,
right,
that
all right.
game.
Here's
It
what
is a
we'll
little
do.
bit absurd.
We'll get rid of 4x speed, but
Mm.
we get 15-minute timers.
Oh. Oh.
No, then my GACs will take like 9 hours. I can't. Do
Oh,
this.
okay.
That's like only
2
adding like
days,
an hour.
2 days.
That's like only adding an hour to your stream time there, Wolfie.
Oh God, no. Oh, that's too much.
I
I mean-
my favorite quality of life improvement, I think, so far, simming Conquest bonus nodes. I think
Ooh, that's
'cause
a
that-
big one.
that was such a good one.
I
was like-
well,
I'm gonna
it's
piggyback and
just-
say stimming assault battles.
Oh yeah, that's also that's a
I
good
think
time saver.
I
as well.
think anything that improves the ability to not play the game.
Can I sim my TW battles? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
We just-
right.
That's really like ridiculous observation, but a true one. Anything that where allows us to play the game less, we're like,
Less.
fuck yes, thank you.
Well,
God.
Hell
like-
yeah!
And the thing of it is though, is like it's not that we don't enjoy playing the game, otherwise we wouldn't still be here. It's the fact that it's just
the
the
repetitive
monotony of
Yeah.
just having to go in and press battle over and over and over again
Mm.
versus actually like having to play like content that requires a level of skill. But
Time that
actually-
I'm not like actually going there and pressing auto through Datacron nodes.
I can spend that time actually looking at Datacrons and figuring things out, and like engaging with them, and as opposed to just sitting there like watching the same team again and again. Oh, I gotta go back and remember to sim it again. That's different time you could be spending in the game.
I gotta sit on my couch and watch TV while I press auto.
Guys in the chat, if you've got some questions, please head over to the Discord and use the channel there. It's much easier for us to keep track of the questions. Pretty please. Night Fox, if you could link the Discord channel in chat on YouTube and Twitch, that'd be amazing. Thank you, buddy. It just makes life easier for us. I don't want to have to scroll back
link my information.
Yeah. If you want your questions answered, please just gift me a vault.
It takes a $5.
No, I said a vault, damn it.
A $5 of vaults.
5 volts. Yes, absolutely, yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I wasn't clarifying fast enough. My bad.
Yeah. Sorry. So mine was Conquest simming. Wolfie's was simming assault battles.
Yeah, I'm piggybacking.
Karth's was anything that lets us play the game less. I mean, is it too late to say, can the PC client be the best quality of life improvement?
I mean, but the thing is, though,
it kind of is.
PC client's been nice.
Yeah, it's just weird that it's literally the same. Like nothing has changed besides the engine in which we're running it in.
But
it just works.
But everything has changed.
It's just the game actually works, working as intended.
Yeah,
the game is buttery smooth, and just like, oh, look at this! I can scroll through an entire list of things in like a second, versus like scrolling and scrolling. Honestly, like the one thing I wish they would add to the game, and I get why they don't, but I wish they would just do it. Is that they just like doubled the mod inventory?
That would be nice.
It's like, and I know why they don't. They said literally the reason why they said it last time it was brought up was like because if we double it, all you're gonna do is just hoard more mods that you're not gonna get rid of.
100%.
So it's like I get where they're coming from, but at the same time, like I want the ability. I want the ability to go into the mod void, and I can swap all of what's currently on my roster without having to go back and waste credits equipping mods just so I can swap mods for things again. It's like that annoys the crap out of me. Like, oh, midway through my raid fights, hold on, let me go through and equip 10 characters with mods for 80,000 credits apiece, just so I can.
I mean, that's part of the game design, though. Like, I don't care if they want to charge me for it. I mean, I kind of do. I'd rather them not, because credits are like gold dust right now. But I would be happy enough with them like charging me that if I had an ability to immediately re-equip when they were. I would like to go into a battle. Say you're going into an assault battle. And as you're going in, you select your characters. If you could remod those characters and it only applies for that battle, I would be happy. And then everything reverts to normal afterwards, I would be happy. I'd still pay for it all.
Temporary mods.
Temporary mods.
Yeah.
Without having to faff around with mod sets. Just like
all I'm hearing is that you just aren't utilizing hot utils well enough.
No. I do. That's the thing. I do. But that's still one extra button that I have to press. That's reload.
More than one. It's more than one.
The biggest thing I think
I need to hit that load mod set button.
You gotta open the website, load your account, go down to mod sets, go over to load.
If all they did for the current if all they did for the current thing in game was add a snapshot of current mod roster, so you go and whatever, and then just go revert to whatever your snapshot.
Yeah.
That
let you save multiple snapshots? Absolutely.
That would
I would still use hot utils, but for everybody who doesn't use hot utils, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Can we just pay hot utils to work for CG and put their shit in the game?
Honestly though, like if they just had the one feature of saving a snapshot, I think that would be like, and then being able to have a certain amount on your account at one time.
Yeah, if you had like 5 to 10 snapshots, something like that.
Yeah, I think that would help a lot of people.
You don't need loads.
That's most of what I use hot utils for, to be honest.
Yeah,
like
that's most of it. Opening, yeah.
It's so fast now. Do you guys notice how much faster it is?
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
They updated how it's done, and like you'll do like hundreds of thousands of bronze impacts in like 2 seconds.
I mean, it wasn't like down 2 seconds down from like 8. It's not like it took a long time before.
Well, I know, but it was fast enough to where I looked away, looked over, and it was like, "Hey, you got all your shards." I'm like,
"So you got 650 shards?" Oh, yeah,
bullshit. Awesome. There's no way you did that fast.
Okay, so one thing I will bring up, seeing as though we've all been sucking the PC client's dick, is that there is one downside, and it's really minor and pernickety. But why the fuck is it so slow to put on abilities on a new character now? For fuck's sake, man. Like, you gotta wait like 3 seconds, upgrade ability.
You see the layout issues that it has.
It's like,
but,
God damn it, dude.
Yeah,
I just want to spam the upgrade button
There
and
were other
accidentally spend a
issues.
Zeta. Come on.
Yeah, there were other issues that I could have pointed out of, but yeah.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
the
say
one
the
that
layout
frustrates me
issues.
the enough. That one
The
frustrates me
layout
the
to
most.
me is fucking wild.
Yeah, it's a
like-
little bit funky in some areas, for sure. Yeah.
Some of the words, like the names and everything, are so freaking tiny, and there's like big open spaces everywhere, and just they got to reorganize a couple things and resize it. But just like stretch some things out, give you an option to how many you want per row. Would be nice. A couple drop down menus.
TSN in chat is saying that's not the PC client, it's on everything. I know it is, but it was introduced when they made the PC client. So that's why I'm kind of tying that in.
It slowed
together.
down a bit on the upgrade because like the relic one is the one that I always notice being slow.
That's
No matter
always
where
been
you're
slow.
at,
slow,
but
yeah.
yeah, it's always
Yeah.
been that way. So it's like with the PC client coming out, they did
Gen-
have it
genuinely
kinda
for relic levels, for a quality of life improvement, why not give us a slider like we have for levels, so that we can go. Just take it to relic 7.
level, yeah.
Yeah, just one button.
just
Boom.
compound.
Have all the materials, yeah. They'll just
Exactly.
say it'll
Compound
cost this
everything.
much. Yeah,
exactly.
calculate it all
So
out for you.
You could be like, what is it to level 3? What is it level 5? What is it
Yeah.
level 7? What is it level 8 or 9?
What is it to
give you that.
level 9?
And that would actually be
Karth is
really
like, that's the only option for me.
that would be really nice for planning too, because there's so many times
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, okay, how many materials does it take to get to Relic 9 from where I'm at? And so I have to like go and like, all right, look up all this and like calculate it all out. Like that would be really nice.
That
You
would
just
be
go to
nice.
hot
Nice to be able to
utils,
see.
and then it
Yeah,
tells
I
you.
know, but just go to hot utils. But this should be something that's in the game.
I'm
Yeah.
with you 100%.
Agreed.
I'm just
Agreed.
I saw problems with available answers, not like the 2 years from now when that feature comes to the game.
So we've managed to make that question span out
Yes.
for about half an hour. So maybe we should move on to the next one.
Only 10 minutes.
Yeah, it felt like half an hour though, I'll be honest. So, Dr. Zoidberg says, what are your thoughts on achievement-based datacrons? Something like a difficult conquest feat gets you a specific level 9, similar to the POW one without being exclusively money locked. I'm not against it. It's just everybody will have it. Not everybody will have it. Everybody in Kyber 1 will have it. So it won't make a difference.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
A cheese will be introduced. Scribe's gonna make a video
and I will
showing
make a
how
video
to
on
do
it. Yeah.
Yes. So everyone's going to get it, and it's going to be a thing over there. So to your question over there, without being exclusively money locked, it effectively will be exclusively money locked because you can either get it or you can't. You either have the characters to do it or you don't have the characters because you will them the characters or not. So I mean, it's effectively going to be the same thing.
It would.
I'm not
it would
opposed to
probably.
it, but
It would probably be like. It would probably be like, you've got to win 40 battles with the latest marquee character that came out 2 days ago. It'll be like that. So
Right.
it won't be monetized, but it will be monetized.
yeah, that'll be the 40 battles.
You
with-
will
with
have
free
had
Amidala
access
and yeah.
to the character. You should have it
Exactly.
at relics. There's no relic, or they're not at relics. You should have it unlocked. There is no relic requirements inside of Conquest to use
No.
any
You
particular
just
area.
need the relics to actually use the fucking thing.
That's not
Still,
true.
I mean, there was
Yes.
there were certain ones where it was
Not
Not
like,
to be
Conquest.
relic 5.
not
To
in
use it.
Conquest.
No, not
Yeah,
in
in
Conquest.
in
to actually
Conquest,
use it.
in Conquest they can say, oh, you have to have all these characters survive or whatever, and
Yeah.
then have a modifier in there saying everyone takes AoE damage every single fucking turn because fuck you,
AoE
that's
true
why.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah, AoE true damage of 10,000 each turn. So you like need to be a minimum level to actually just survive that fucking like they could do something just because they can.
Yeah.
So I fully believe that they can find a way to make that
But-
impossible to clear without relics.
In principle, it's kind of okay, but like, I guess I'm talking from my perspective, and it would be the same perspective really for Karth and Wolfie. Would be that sort of datacron where we operate in Kyber 1. Is it just means everybody is going to have that cron? There won't
It's
be
a new
unless
minimum
it's
requirement.
unless it's like incredibly whale exclusive, which kind of defeats the purpose of your question. It'll just be everybody's going to have the cron. And then if everybody's got it, you might as well not have it.
It's effectively a new minimum requirement.
At that point,
basically,
you should just go, CG, can you give me 4 of the best Datacrons predetermined if I red box? Like, that's what you should just be asking for at that point.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not opposed to it in spirit.
No, neither am I.
Absolutely not opposed to it in spirit. Just implementation, I feel like we've seen enough times how it's going to end up working out.
And I think as well, there's going to be an element of, if the cron is particularly powerful, a bunch of people are going to be rushing to get that cron unlocked before a GAC unlock happens. Yeah. So there's going to be this unique subset of players at the top end that have like got it day 2 because GAC lock-in happens. It's the next day or whatever.
You'll have 8 days of Conquest to get it. So it's like,
if it's 8 days, anybody can get it.
Yeah, because the first week is always the dead week, and then the second week is the is when GAC starts. So it's like you will have until Tuesday lock-in to do it. So it's like you should have somewhere between 7 to 8 refreshes to make her happen, Captain.
Now, I think it will affect areas below Kyber 1 very differently, because there's going to be a lot of subsets of players that won't have the character or can't do the feat or something like that, and that's where it'll probably add a bit more flavor. So yeah, it's okay. I don't mind the idea. It just have to be implemented.
Yeah, in my head, the only group of people that would take advantage of that is going to be people who don't farm Datacrons very heavily. If there was a way to get a few free level 9s, then they would probably more aggressively search for that or even spend to achieve it, because that's going to give them a massive advantage in an area where, the entire accounts only have 1 or 2 level 9 crons. So it depends.
Sorry. I'll say also to that note, it could be another way for them to sort of entice people into Datacroning. If you go and complete this feat, go and complete this whatever thing, and you get this exclusive Datacron for this character, which is accessible, but it's not like the most crazy thing in the world, and somebody who doesn't have any interaction with crons says, fuck it, let me go ahead and get this feat whatever done, and they get this new exclusive cron, and suddenly they're not so bad. Let me try, maybe for them to sort of be a gateway cron, so to say.
A little piece of candy before you get to the vault.
It's a gateway.
Exactly.
Gateway cron. I slayed me, dude. Gateway cron. It's a gateway cron. Yeah. I mean it's kind of what I'm surprised that when they did Lightspeed bundles, they didn't throw in a level 9 cron to be like, this is what Datacrons are. Your next Lightspeed bundle has got a fucking, level 9 Datacron exclusive for one of the characters in that set. So, my God, I've just given CG ideas, haven't I?
No, the thing of it is too, though, is that they were adamant with this cron is that it would sunset with the same active set.
Yep.
Yeah. So they were definitely like, we don't want it to be a permanent feature, and that's at least somewhat smart from them, because I think that would have been really stupid to be like, you have a permanent Obi-Wan cron. It's like, my God.
No, yeah. Of course it couldn't be permanent. No, that would be crazy.
That would be ridiculous, because it's actually a really good cron. It's unfortunately it's a little bit tricky right now because the Padme cron is so good, and we haven't had Queen Amidala, so it's kind of like we can't maximize the use out of it.
Literally tomorrow we'll be able to put the team down. So, those who are ready.
Well, yeah. Are you ready? Okay, moving on then. Next question. Recently got GL Leia. Should my first R9 be JML or Leia? JML. Says Letha.
JML.
I'm glad we're all agreed. Next question. Dear Scribe and company, I'm back, and I'm is Hod. Hey, Hod. How you doing, buddy? 1, 2, and 3 questions. 1, we always talk about wanting new territory war changes. Could you talk in detail what exactly the changes we want? For example, is it rewards, the way we play, quality of life, etc., etc.? I mean, we could, yeah. I think we've gone over this before, but yeah.
We have
a couple times, yeah. We can harp on the same things.
Yeah, the short answer is they need a better way to deal with the global aspects of guilds, and they need to diversify how we attack the map. I would be a bigger proponent of similar to how they do things in Marvel Strike Force, where you have rooms with smaller amounts of teams that 2 to 3 players can deal with at a time. And so you can make progress in a territory war and players can get can help get through those with less players needing to be present. Because it's like our last couple of TWs, it's like if you weren't available, we didn't clear a wall until you were available because we needed all 45 of the teams to counter. Otherwise, we would
I just
flounder.
thought of something here. What if, and this is a little bit different, what if Territory War became like a galaxy war and you get split up into 10 planets, and on 10 planets you assign 5 players per planet to make up the whole 50, yeah? And only people per planet can set the teams there. So it becomes into basically a bunch of mini TWs. Officers get to assign who goes to what planet, and then it becomes smaller skirmishes. So they could assign people from the same time zones, and they could mix and match to make sure everybody's got the same sort of teams, and it would be smaller, quicker skirmishes, and obviously all the points add up in total. Same way they do currently. But that would be kind of cool. That would be a little bit easier, a little bit more bite size. But they do need to do more changes than that. They can't just make it smaller. And,
I think the Galactic War approach is a good way of dealing with that. Is having like literally just take like the TB map kind of idea and make it a full circle instead of like a semicircle.
Sure.
And then you just have each planet set up in a different grid system, which gives you plenty of ability to move. And then you just treat it like a supply line system, right? So it's like if you attack this planet, it opens up 2 zones behind it. But if you attack like the north one, it only opens up 1 going the other way. So it gives you far more strategy to work with. I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to TW right now is there's just no strategy. It's just like you abuse the best you can out of the current Datacron set to cause heartache, but after the first week of the new stuff is gone, then it's like, all right, everyone's kind of figured out what to do, and we just kind of do the same counters for 4 months until the set changes or whatever else. So that would be more fun to have something like that.
So second part of I know Wolfie's gone, but we'll go to the second part. Do we have any pet peeves in the game or the community? My pet peeves is when player calls Omicrons Omnicrons. Fuck me, Hod. That drives me up the flipping wall. There's no N in that bloody word. Why are people calling it Omnicrons? It's not Omni, man.
Omnicrons?
Omnicrons, yeah, but they don't call it Omnicrons. They just call it Omnis. Omnis. It's like, I've put Padme's Omni on. No, it's like, no, you haven't. There's no such thing as an Omni. And shut the fudge up. Shut the front door. And yes, that is actually probably my pet peeve.
Oh,
as well,
I hate the ones I hate are when people try to get sneaky with stupid abbreviations for characters. We
were talking about this last night. Stuff like GLK.
Well, like
GLK.
Glow.
Oh god.
Yeah, Galactic Legend Obi-Wan, and it's like pound serious amounts of sand. Like, what are we doing? Or people who are like Poncho Qui-Gon. I'm like, why are we? His name is Master Qui-Gon.
I'm jumping on the bandwagon here, and I will express my severe dislike. It actually gets me angry, unreasonably angry, when people call Beck Jedi Jar Jar. Like, fuck off. Like, get out of my house. Beck is 3 letters, and you're replacing it with JJJ. So I'm using a team with JJJ. I'm like, who the fuck is JJJ?
Yeah, I know.
That's Jedi Jar Jar. Who the fuck is Jedi Jar Jar? It's Keller and Beck. Then just call him Beck.
Or KB. At least go, if you're going to shorten it, go to 2 letters and call him KB.
Exactly.
But it's like, I don't understand where people want to go off in the weeds on like, well, technically speaking, this is what we could call it. I'm like,
the point of the acronyms and the shorthands and the initialisms, whatever you want to call them, is to facilitate communication and help make things easier for as we're typing things, so we know what the fuck we're talking about. So if I'm in the middle of battle, or I'm selecting something, or I'm doing whatever, we're having a conversation, it's to help facilitate communication. So if you have to like
spend a minute explaining what you're
Yeah.
calling this person,
Well, we
it
had
just defeated the purpose of this entirely.
We had a whole
Yep.
little spiel in our TW chat today because somebody kept saying DR. Does it have DR?
Yeah, Quadme can get fucked. Oh my god.
Yeah,
sorry.
Quadme is a ridiculous name. She's Queenie as far as I'm concerned. Fuck Quadme.
Or
There's not
QA.
4 of her.
Yeah, but like there was this thing of us like, does it have DR? And the guy's like, no, there was no DR in the team. He's like, no, DR on the level 6. He's like,
oh,
Sith Empire is not being impacted by this. Like he meant damage reduction, but like the confusion was just still staying there. And I'm like,
yeah,
at what point do you just type out the word?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Oh my god.
Like we have way too many like abbreviations of this game. Like there is gonna be some.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not gonna follow you immediately. So it's like
I will never be on board with Jedi Jar Jar. Ever.
No. Well, that's not even a nickname. It's the longer version of the character's
KB
name.
is fine. Beck is fine, and people understand. People understand when you use those abbreviations.
Yes.
There's not another KB in the game, I don't think.
But I mean, like, I would be a bigger fan. Like, even with Queen Amidala, it's like if I'm gonna abbreviate, I'm gonna call her QA. I'm not gonna.
When
It's
I'm
either
talking about
Amidala
her, I'm gonna call her Queenie. Like when I'm talking about her, I'll call her Queenie. When I'm typing it, it'll be QA because it's Queen Amidala. It's not fucking Quadme. There's not 4 of them. There's 1 of them.
And again, the point is for communication. If you think something sounds a lot cooler and cleaner and whatever, I'm very happy for you. But the entire community says one thing one way, and it makes it very difficult to communicate.
And the best part of this is that when anybody tries to say it another way, like they just get dunked on immediately.
Yep.
It's my favorite thing to watch in chat. Like I'll watch it happen in the SWGoH event servers every once in a while. They'll be talking about like JMK, and they'll say glow, and then all of a sudden the entire conversation derails into like, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, I still get triggered about people were talking about, but did you use the purple wizard? I'm like, who the fuck's the purple wizard? Sidious. Call him Sidious, you dickhead.
You mean Emperor? You mean EP?
EP?
Emperor
Which
Palpatine?
one?
Yeah, because there's which wizard are we talking about?
There's a lot of wizards. Space wizards, man. Frickin' space wizards. Anyway.
But to the initial question, yes, if you couldn't guess from the flag, every time I hear somebody say Omicron, I just like have I twitch. In the Omicron, right? It's not that fucking difficult. Jesus, there's no N in the word. Fucking hell.
But if it's an Omicron, it's omnipresent, which means it's everywhere.
Exactly. It is literally.
But they never, because they're only in one game mode.
It is the opposite.
And they're scarce.
It is.
Exactly. Wolfie's completely right. It is the opposite of Omni.
God.
What is the opposite of Omni?
Yes.
Is there a thing? There must be.
I don't
They
know.
should just call them Solocrons. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
All right.
I'm glad
Right.
you managed to get me riled up for that one. Well done, Hod. So the third part of your question, do you have any placebo effects in the game? Forever, whenever I see an enemy with protection up, I always think it means any and all debuffs will be resisted. You mean tenacity up? No idea why.
No,
obviously it became from Padme. Oh, yeah, okay.
He think it looks at Padme, yeah.
I mean, we can tie this back in with pet peeves. It fucking drives me up the wall when people think simming in 3s makes a difference. Like, just fucking do your sims, guys. Like, fucking, unless you're trying to save energy, just use your fucking sim. You're farming signal data. Just blow your 20 and move on. It doesn't make a difference.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man.
Everything's in batches of 3s. Because apparently
You should always sim in
RNG.
3s. No, you fuck, Jesus Christ. If you want to spend more time simming, sure.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. I mean, but that's the same thing with like the different mechanics that they throw on over the course of time, which is like with Phasma and Slacker, if they have advantage, they can't be critically hit, which is not quite the same mechanic
Protection
as what
up
you would
on
do.
JMK teams.
Yeah, protection up or gas when they attack on a turn, they can't critically hit your team when they do that. So there are mechanics in play that make that like more like difficult to navigate than other things, but I think that's just because we get so used to things not working in certain environments that we see the advantage as like, oh, when they have advantage, they can't be critically hit. It's like, well, no, but
there is one that I do, but it's a trigger in my brain, and I'm conscious of it, and I ignore it when it hits me. It's in the raid. I have a subconscious desire to always attack the trooper on the left, because when it gets to the shadow trooper and the commander, you're almost always better off attacking the commander first and killing him. So every time, even if it's like the first round, I always click to hit the person on the left, even though there's literally no point. So like,
well, isn't that
the
comes
thought
from
process-
the solo run, right? Because
Yeah,
in
it
the
does,
solo
yeah.
run, you want to target the guy on the left
Yeah.
first more frequently, and so it
Yeah, when
just
it gets to the
carries
shadow
over.
trooper. Yeah.
Force to
Yeah,
habit.
it just carries over.
It happens. I have the desire to do that in every single wave, and it annoys me because I'm wasting time clicking the person on the left. I'm like, why am I doing this? unless it is the shadow trooper run, and then I always hit the commander instead of the shadow trooper.
Well, what you need to do, Scribe, what you need to do is play with the keyboard hotkeys, and then you solve that problem.
There is that. There is that.
Because you just take your hand off the mouse. You never go back until the very last wave when you're at 95%, and then you just feather it right into 2.4 million.
Oh, and real quick, just like to the conversation before with like the pet peeves and everything, all the acronyms and whatnot.
I mean, this is great. Let's keep doing that.
I'm not completely opposed to nicknames. We're not sitting there like you must call them the original name only. Like the number of times I called Dark Trooper Punchbot.
Oh,
like,
Punchbot.
Punchbot all the time. I mean,
and
like
that's
yes,
not saving any time, is
it? But it's descriptive. It's like you know what we're talking about when we're saying stuff like so that's more like where I come down on the nicknames. If it's descriptive, if it's like very clear what you're talking about, you don't need to sit there and explain the reference you're making. Then yeah, I mean, like I said, I call him Punchbot all the fucking time.
He is the bot that punches. I mean, there is no other bot you might confuse it for K2SO, but he shoulders. All right, he's the shoulder barge bot. All right, but everybody knows that Punchbot is also best bot. So Punchbot, best bot, and he caves in people's chest cavities. That's okay. That's okay. Jedi Jar Jar is not okay. It'll never be okay. When I become king of the universe, I'm going to outlaw Jedi Jar Jar as a nickname. It'll never be spoken. It'll be like you-know-who in the Harry Potter universe. People will be too afraid to say it, lest the wrath...
Voldemort.
Exactly. Yeah. Wrath will come down upon them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That name is jinxed, by the way, Karth. All of your magical protections have now gone, and the Death Eaters are coming for you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. What is... So do you have any weird...
Fuck in real time. Oh, it just happened. It's gone.
Oh, no. Expelliarmus, bitch. All right.
Precisely.
So, yeah, Wolfie, do you have any weird placebo things that you do? Any weird things
I was
that you like?
I was trying to think of that. Like anything I always like screw up or forget, or like something that's always like gets messed up in my head with the game. I'm really trying to think. I feel like some of the raid mechanics with like the isolate, I always get like mixed up on like what the isolate does versus like I think that was where where I mostly have like screw ups where characters have mechanics in the raid that are different from how they were in like in like their actual character. Like some of the Sith raid characters, yeah. So some of the Sith raid characters for a while there was like some crossing of the wires of they do this in the raid but not over here, and this is where they function here. It's just there was a good amount of that going on for a while. But I'm trying to think of anything like really currently.
What about the bullshit of I always forget that Merrin puts insta-kill immunity when she does that revive? I've been caught out by that a couple of times. I've been like, ha! What do you mean you revived? Ah, son of a bitch. Merrin, I hate you. Because it's not a common buff. It's not a common buff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not on the... It's a new one. Not one that has been around for a long time. So, for sure.
Yep. Okay, so we have one last question, and it comes from Duffcake. Do you have a top 3 or top 5 characters you think have been categorized incorrectly in their release? Jedi Knight Luke should have been a GL. Oh, okay, yeah, like, should Jedi Luke have been a GL? Okay. Lord Vader should have been a Conquest character, that sort of thing.
Okay.
It definitely feels like GMY should be a GL. Like, I feel like Yoda should have been.
Yoda should be a GL. I think that Darth Vader and Lord Vader should be like swapped. Like I know they sort of fucked themselves with just how it was in the release and everything, but like Darth Vader should have been the Galactic Legend and Lord Vader should have been a legendary or something like that. But if you think of like Darth Vader as the one that everybody actually knew and was galactically fucking terrified of,
Yeah.
and nobody actually knew that version of Lord Vader as as Anakin sort of
But Lord
basically.
Vader
But,
was very good at killing kids.
yes,
He
yes,
was very good at that. Yeah.
Yes, that he was. So I feel like that one they sort of swapped over there and could have done with a reversal over there, but you know, it's way too late. Darth Vader was an original. Was he original character? I don't remember if he was there.
He
upon
was-
Darth
release or not.
Vader, he
He was
was.
there when I started, so
Oh, he's
he
there.
was-
Yeah, I forget if he
yeah,
was
he
an
was-
original character though.
no idea.
I don't know, but he was the login reward for a long. I mean, it was not login reward.
Achievement reward.
Achievement reward for a long time, and like all your early game stuff was tied to that. But
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was day one or not.
You know, saying when people said Maul should be the GL, yeah, I don't think that Maul should have been the GL. I think Maul works as
No.
the legendary Conquest unit over there. He's definitely not more powerful than Lord Vader. I'm sorry.
He's
I
not.
love
He's
Maul.
fun.
Maul's
He's
a badass. I fucking
yeah.
love Maul. He's one of my favorite Sith. I'll say, is he favorite Sith? I don't know. He's one of my favorite characters easily. But
I mean, Bane.
Bane, bro. Oh,
Bro.
Bane.
Bruh, Bane.
Oh, Bane.
I feel like an argument could be made for the Revens to be Galactic Legends, but we might be stretching.
Well, but to be honest, though, it's like if they wanted to do a Galactic Legend Revan, they would do the Revan Reborn, which
yeah,
which
but
would
I
be
mean,
the
you could do
more
all
the
three.
pinnacle.
The Revens we
Yeah.
had were Galactic Legends, like realistically, like leading those
Where-
fucking like Mandalorian wars and like all that shit. Like
They
the
did
Oh
a
Imperial
yeah,
lot.
yeah,
had
yeah.
done.
They did do a lot. I
Like-
won't argue that for anything, but I mean, those didn't exist at the time either. But
Oh yeah, that's what we're saying at
I
this
guess,
point.
yeah, the
looking to
character
reclassify
themselves,
them.
right? I think, yeah, they could be up higher because like Malgus could be the same thing, right? Like Malgus in
Yeah.
lore is like the key part of like 50 years of history between the Republic and the Sith. And it's just like, oh, but you're just not cooler than Conquest. All right, cool. Bet, check. See you later. Get lost, scrub. Yeah, so it's like there's just things like that where it's just like, okay, I see what you did there. I don't agree with it, but here we be.
That's how the pennies fall. Yeah. But I mean, I don't think that there's loads. I think the most egregious ones are Darth Vader, Lord Vader, and in my opinion, GMY. I think Yoda
Yeah,
in that state should have been a GL. You can make
Obviously,
an
Wampa
argument for
should be a
Jedi Knight
GL.
Luke, but I don't think that JML doesn't deserve to be a GL.
oh yeah. I think
it's-
that one's okay.
He might not be as physically intimidating, but I think his mastery of the Force is still incredibly impressive. So
Oh yes.
based on that alone, he should still be a GL. It's tricky. It's tricky. I think, we can talk about characters that don't exist that could be GLs, but I think out of the existing roster of legendaries, I think for the most part they're kind of nailed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like scrolling through my roster right now, trying to see if there's anybody that's like, really you thought this character was only a marquee or only a this and should be a legendary. And I mean, aside from like, actually, I don't even know. Like most of them are really just. I think most of them are pretty spot on.
Yeah, I mean, Droidica should clearly be a GL.
Oh, naturally, Wampa
yeah,
as well.
naturally. Yeah. Oh, yeah, obviously, GL Wampa, for sure. Yeah, I'm just having a look now to see if there's anything that really
Yeah,
jumps out. I mean, no, because like even stuff like Ben Solo, he was still a Conquest unit, and a Conquest unit is on par with a Legendary, and I'd say
Yeah.
that feels about right.
that's still up there. I mean, Starkiller is up there. He was like that special
I mean,
legendary thing.
If you want to
Whoa,
put Starkiller in the
whoa.
context of how strong he was in the game
He
compared to
could- he
current,
could
he
be a
should be a
GL.
GL.
Yeah,
like
he could
he's
be a
fucking
GL.
ridiculous.
He
give
could
me
absolutely be
Galen.
a
Give me
GL.
Galen Merrick as a GL. Come on,
Yeah,
come on.
those guys
Well,
are nuts.
so that's if you go down that rabbit hole, I would say that the and here's your favorite scribe. I would say that the purple wizard would be
Who?
a
Sorry, who?
yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
No, not a clue. Doesn't
man.
ring any bells. Doesn't ring any
Darth
bells.
Sidious.
Oh, Darth Sidious. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I think Darth
what about
Sidious
him?
would have
Absolutely.
been a GL worthy character for the time that
Yeah.
he was in.
Mm. I mean, not the one we
I
got
think
in
that's a
game.
good
Oh, well,
shout.
maybe with the
No.
Omicron.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
the
even then,
Datacron, sorry.
The data, yeah. If the
Datacron,
Datacron was a
yeah.
permanent feature of his kit, then yeah, that's no can of worms.
Yeah, just make that a
But
TW and Gakami.
that's about the only one I could think of besides like some of the legendaries that already exist, like characters that are just marquees or just kind of like vanilla base level characters.
Yeah.
Like Trey, I kind of feel the same thing. She was a raid character. She
Yeah, I
was
think
good,
you
but,
can
like,
put
but I
old
think, like,
raid
I feel like
characters as legendaries.
I feel
Yeah.
like Nihilus and Scion got way underpowered for what their capabilities
Yeah.
were.
In lore,
Like,
yeah.
Nihilus
Mr.
was
Planet Eater.
eating worlds from his ship. Like, we have drained life ability in the game. Like,
I mean, it's a good ability, but it doesn't
Yeah.
eat
I mean-
entire planets.
We can't discount. He was like that original fucking insta kill, and it was like that original like,
Oh, yeah,
oh
no, when
god,
he
what is
released
happening?
for the
when
time.
he released, yeah.
yeah, but he was also just a marquee at the time, comparatively to what his power level should be. I would assume that. But then you consider like the same thing around like General Grievous. He should probably at least have been like a legendary
Yeah.
or epic confrontation character.
But when he was
Um,
released, he was pretty exclusive, wasn't he? Because
he
like
was
a
shard
rare
shop
drop.
currency.
He was shard shop currency and a rare drop from Fleet. So it took
Fleet,
flipping ages.
yeah.
And he was
Yeah,
garbage as well.
yeah,
Yeah, when he
He was
first
just a
released,
bad
and they've
unit.
and he's been reworked twice, and the
Yeah.
third time finally kind of landed.
They
somewhere
nailed it.
decent.
And well, to
Yeah.
be fair, what really
And then he got
nailed it
stabbed.
was Relics.
Yeah,
Relics
Yes.
fixed GG.
Relics fixed it, but then the target lock mechanics and then B1
Yeah.
Battle Droid kind of really brought the team into a position of like, oh my god, we actually can do things.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the ones that I kind of think of. There are some marquees, some legendary characters where it's just like, man, those ones could probably be a little bit higher. But everything else kind of falls relatively well into the power escape that existed.
Yeah.
Um,
I think so. All right. So we do have another question, actually, another two questions from Hot over here. Number one, it says, where do you see this game in the future, both long-term and short-term? I can't see this game going anywhere in the next 5 years.
I can't see EA pulling away from it or Disney.
We would
Either
know.
or.
We've already had the writing on the wall with Here is a Middle Earth. What does it take? What does it take for a game to crumble? And it would be that level of badness in income. We're talking, sub 100,000 income a month.
Yeah.
That's when we could probably put the writing on the wall and say GG, unless they decide to release a follow-up sequel or they get the license completely revoked and they have to shut down, which I doubt will ever happen.
Yeah, which I doubt Disney would do. They make too
Yeah.
much money just on
Exactly.
collecting a license check from EA.
It's an incredibly profitable game right now, so
Yeah.
they're not going to
Well,
get out of it.
Yeah, it makes way too much money throughout the window. So I don't see the game going anywhere for a while unless like the devs just say screw it. But even then, if I was EA, I would be like, well, if you guys are done, that's fine, but train your replacements and let's keep this going.
Mhm.
So I don't see the game being any trouble, but like as like where they're gonna go moving forward, like content related, I'm pretty confident that the short and long term of it is basically if there's going to be anniversaries of anything, they're going to try to release content based around that, and then they're going to try to see how well received newer stuff is before they release stuff out of it.
I don't know if you know this, Karth, but next year is the 26th anniversary of the Phantom Menace.
Whoa!
Yeah.
But
So,
isn't like next year the 20th anniversary of
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, exactly. 2 anniversaries in 1 year. Who knew? And it's probably like the 24th anniversary of Attack of the Clones. So
It's not a pet peeve of mine, Evo. I just think it's really funny.
it's just, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But I that's kind of the dead giveaway. I think at some point we'll circle back, but like CG's kind of in a weird design space now where they have to kind of develop the teams or develop characters that can slot into specific roles. And depending on like, because everyone's like, oh, when are we getting Andor content? I'm like, man, I don't know how they deliver
Never.
Andor content
Probably.
literally pushing a brand new team, because that's the only way that makes sense. You got too many faction tags to try not to step on in development that just make it really challenging for those kinds of characters. So
I would like to think over in the future. Let's just talk about 5-year horizon, right? Because going beyond that is a little bit unreliable. I'd like to think that sometime within the next 5 year, or even every 2 years, that we would get a new game mode that is a significant change to things. What that game mode happens to be, I don't know. Like we had Conquest, for example. I know Conquest has been running for a number of years, but I think they need to have at least one thing come out in the next 5 years that's rather big and sweeping, that dynamically changes the way we play the game. Because they can't just go on a linear path of how we are now, of there's, maybe in a couple of years we'll get a new TB. I doubt it, but maybe we will. Maybe it'll be just an expansion to a different era of the Star Wars plotline, right?
Yeah, just different planets with the same generic
exactly
overlay.
But it's like it feels like they can't just do that and just have it be like, oh, it was Relic 10 to Relic 15.
Well,
it
you
feels
say
like
that.
we need a new game mode that will
that,
have completely different stuff.
But TB hasn't revolutionarily changed over the course of time, but every time a new TB map has been implemented, it's been received relatively well.
Yeah,
except
it has. Yeah,
Geo, which was absolutely just dragging your dick on sandpaper.
It feels like this new TB is designed with more length. More
but I mean, the problem with when you set
relics,
when you lock everything functioning by
it's that, and it's the capability of expanding to additional planets. Like those two features feel like instead of every 2 years we'll get a new TB, it feels like this one will stick around probably for 5 years.
Expanding to additional planets, I'm with you, but like the longevity just through like sheer amount of relics and everything is a really shitty way to make something have longevity. Extra planets, I'm with you. Make it happen. That's great. I love more content. Yes. But just making things impossibly difficult to achieve, that just seems lazy.
Oh, it's not even.
We still can't beat Lightside Geo. You can't max star it.
Yeah. Well,
you don't even
that's
have
literally just because of the amount of GP and fleet.
But that's how they future-proof things. And to me, that's a really lazy way of future-proofing. That's not a very interesting way of doing it. More planets, like you're saying, Scribe, is a great way of interesting way of doing it.
It is at least a third of your roster being R9.
No, I'm talking.
That's it. Okay. My bad.
Yeah. No. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that.
What? No, come on.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I'm halfway there.
I would. Jesus. I would like to see new game modes. I don't know what that game mode might be. Like that's CG's job. They get paid money for that. I would like to see something new and interesting, some new way to use our rosters, or introduce vehicles or whatever you want to have to do, but have something new and interesting to keep us engaged and reset like everybody's position, so everybody would start from the same sort of starting point on this new game mode, as it were. And that would be cool. That would be cool. So the second part is, do you really think that ships should be accelerated? I don't think I've ever put a position forward on this. Hod disagrees with the statement and thinks the fact that there are so few fleets that ships should take longer to farm, essentially.
It seems you have been accused of having a point of view.
I have been accused.
Stand for yourself. Defend yourself, Scribe.
How dare I? I'm undecided, actually, on accelerated fleets. I understand why. Because, there's like 60 ships or something. Maybe 90 now. And there's like 250 characters or 300 characters in the game. So it takes a lot less time to farm every ship in the game compared to farm every character in the game to 7 stars.
Oh, yeah.
However, it is painfully dull going at non-accelerated rates for ships, especially when you have a node like, say, for a new player coming in and they want to get Supreme Leader Kylo, and they're farming the crew node, which also has the silencer in Cantina, but the crew node is dropping twice as much. So you finish your 7-star crew, but you're only 185 shards into or 180 shards into unlocking or completing the silencer. So you still have to farm that same node. And you're like, I got to keep doing this for another 3 weeks before I can move on to the next. Like, there's that. Things like that is a little bit iffy. But I think on the whole, I'm not actually that mad about fleets not being accelerated. I'm not
Realistically,
that
like
mad
you were saying, there's so fewer ships.
Yeah.
So much fewer ships. So fewer. I don't fucking
So-
English.
so fewer
You
ships.
and your damn English over here. So fewer ships to unlock. So many more characters.
Yeah. Hey.
So
There
many
we
more
go.
characters to unlock. That accelerating the characters really makes sense for the ships. Like we said, there's just you'll get through them. You'll get them done. There's not that many to do. Just fucking do it.
And there's no such thing as a ship marquee anymore. We get Galactic Chases and we get Conquest ships. And a Galactic Chase is pretty easy to 7-star or get to 6 stars with like 5,000-6,000 crystals. I know that's a lot. I'm not trying to, fucking undersell how much that level of crystal expenditure is. But a lot of people can do that free to play and largely skip the farm for a new ship. So it feels like it's only a historic problem. So like farming up the old ships just takes time. So it's
like the cruise ship is a perfect example. The silencer, perfect example.
Yeah.
So, which even then, at least when you're farming the ship, you're getting shard shop currency. I mean,
exactly. It's everybody loves shard shop currency except for Karth. He hates it.
So
What? No.
Oh no, Karth loves shard shop currency.
That's how I farm my Datacron cash.
Yeah, that's how I do it too. It's great. I love it. Yeah. I also use it to farm reroll mats, but that's because I have this. Like, I'll take extra level 1 and level 2 reroll mats from the Datacron store. Why not? I'm always buying it every refresh anyway. So let's keep spending it. Give me that option to reroll. Do you have a position on accelerated fleets, Karth?
I mean, my only position on it is that, like, I feel like CG needs to do something where, like, negotiate, like Galactic Republic and Separatist ships are, which they are to a degree, right? There are some farmable in the Galactic War, and then
those are super quick.
There are some things that you can do in Fleet Arena currency, which is, I mean, not the world's greatest place to do that, but it is possible.
And there's one in Guild Activity. That's Cassian's U-Wing.
Yeah, you've got that one. That's in Cantina battles, but yeah.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant. Cantina
Guild Activity. Actually, I'm a little surprised they didn't put some in the Guild Activity for the Get One or the Mark III, Mark
for a
One
catch up. Yeah,
for a catch up. They did put a ship in there.
Did they? I never go that far low. I like as soon as I see those characters, I'm like, and I'm done.
The first order of Special Forces TIE Fighter.
As Netfox said in chat, I never want to dissuade somebody from farming ships. I mean, I think you should be shipping harder and get all of your ships to 7 stars. But I don't have the comeuppance at 7 stars because I'm not going to stop farming signal data so I can go and get the reinforcement and get it up to 7 stars for absolutely no real reason.
But because it didn't change anything. That's the reason why you're not
it doesn't
farming
make a
it. If
big
it
difference.
If it had a more meaningful impact, you would have farmed it already.
If you're still like getting stuff going, you're getting your account going, you're building a lot of stuff up. I mean, don't go out of your way to farm up young Lando's Falcon just because you want to have young Lando's Falcon or whatever, unless you need it to like unlock Ray's. Is that one of those for Ray's ship? Or I lost track of what.
No, it's not young Lando's Falcon.
Oh, it's Ahsoka's for Ray, right?
For the Raddus, yeah.
For the Raddus, yeah.
The Ebon Hawk.
I think the Raddus requirement is the Ebon Hawk are like some weird ones, but I digress. Don't like
have a fleet.
Don't go off your crazy farming path. Sorry, don't go off your farming path just to go and get all your fleets and everything. You'll get them as they come along, and I don't think it's gonna be that much of an issue.
I think they should just like some of the core stable fleets, like the Malevolence Negotiator fleets, like Seppi stuff and GR stuff. They should add to some stores to make it easier to get access to them because
they kind of have. I know, not specifically with ships, but we've been getting more and more new characters now that are replacing existing characters, and those characters have been going to stuff like Galactic War.
Yeah, like Juhani and the Night Sister Initiate and a couple others.
Exactly. I think it's only a matter of time before they start introducing more of fleets to doing that.
That's a possibility. It's just one of those things where it's like if they could help players get the ground, like get on the ground and get going on fleets, that would probably help them a lot more. Especially since literally every meta fleet, besides Profundity, which requires a legendary and not just, but the other fleets have conquest units.
Yeah.
Because Razor Crest is Conquest, and then the site, and then the Fury is Conquest. But so they all have these things that are going to lock you out no matter what, and then all the good air quotes here counters also require in the majority conquest units of some type. And so it's like, if you can get players a little bit elevated, then I think that would play out better. Because I think the problem with a lot of for the younger accounts is that basically if you can't rush a meaningful fleet, you're just punished way too long. And I think if you kind of gave them a step up in the right direction with that, it would help them out. Like that, I can't tell you how massively beneficial to like a sub 2 million GP account that negotiator pack would have been.
Oh, good, yeah.
For $50, it's like you get the fleet and a 7-star. It's just like
anybody that managed to get the old Holdo one or the finalizer one that got given an R5 Bosk and Houndstooth. That's completely game changing to fleet. And I understand it. I like Edipil in the chat is talking about how it sucks for a new player that has to farm these fleets, and I understand.
Oh yeah,
but that's how we all farmed it. Like it sucked for all of us. Like farming the Bosk and the Django and the Houndstooth, it did suck. It did.
And characters weren't always accelerated. We had to farm the characters regularly too for a long time.
There was a time when it was 3 sims a shard, right? 3 sims refresh.
Oh my god, but it was 3, yeah.
Couldn't even do 5. God damn.
Yeah.
Remember when they did it for like up to 8 for that little brief pit and people abused
it was like for 4 or 5 months. It was amazing.
Yeah, it stayed way too long.
And then the rage when they went back to 5.
Yeah, people were unreasonably angry. They were like, "How dare you remove my 8 sims?" It's like, we said it was temporary.
And then you got mad that we took it away. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, there was some bad blood from that that one. A lot of pissed off people over there.
It did suck. But hey, we got used to it, and now we have accelerated forms. So yeah, I understand that it does suck for a younger account, but it sucks for all younger accounts. You're not inconvenienced any more than anybody else is. Everybody's in the same boat there. Like literally everybody. So it's unfortunate. Fleet matters, so you should always farm your ships. But if you're going to focus on one, get the Houndstooth. Brah. All right, cool. I think we've chatted far too long. I've spent way too much time talking to you two idiots. Like, goddamn. I think we need to spend some time apart in Valheim or something. So
yes, feelings mutual.
All right.
Karth doesn't play Valheim. Damn it! This isn't. Karth, you gotta play Valheim with us.
This sounds like a Karth problem to me.
It is.
So
gotta hop on the server.
Anything that you guys want to cover off before we wrap things up here? We have been going for like 3 hours, to be fair.
Yeah, I think we've done a pretty good job.
I think that's a new record.
Yeah.
I mean,
not bad,
not for tribe talks, but for other ththings.
Yep, those stuff and things.
Oh man,
other stuff and things. How about you, Karth? Anything you want? No, actually, God no. Let's wrap it up right there. Give him an inch, he takes a mile.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
All right, guys, we're gonna find somewhere for you to raid into. Thank you, everybody, for watching in the chat and giving your questions. Make sure you do head over to the Discord, put comments in and questions for next tribe talk, so we can spend some time hashing it out. And everybody listening on podcast hosting websites, you guys are awesome. We love you.
Yeah.
And we'll speak to you very soon. Good night, y'all. Yay. Okay, let's find someone to raid.
Guy.
Calvin.
Yay. Oh, Calvin's live. Is he doing his attack phase? Y'all will love that. Send y'all over to Calvin on all channels. That'd be amazing. Thank you, guys. We will see you very, very soon. Be live tomorrow for my GAC. Wolfie's going live later on tonight, I believe. So it'll be real. We'll see you all soon. Big love, y'all.